Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone. This is Sagar Shah coming live to you for the Junior Speed Chess Championship Finals. A very, very warm welcome to everyone in the chat. I hope you can hear me well. And if you can hear me well, please let me know. I'm streaming after quite some time because there was Chess Super League that was going on, and a lot of things were happening, but here we are because two of India's youngest talents and brightest talents, Nihal Sarin and Raunak Sadhwani, are facing off each other in this finals. And what a wonderful event this is going to be. Aha. Yes, 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 yes. People can hear me well. Wonderful to know. Let's go. Let's go live and see what's happening. I think game one has already begun and we are into an end game. There you see on your screen Nihal Sarin on the left, Raunak Sadhwani on the right. They are going to play 90 minutes of 5 plus 1, 60 minutes of 3 plus 1, and 30 minutes of 1 plus 1. Right now, this is the position on the screen, and it seems as if Nihal is slightly better in this position. He's playing with the white. Let's have white always on the bottom, right? Let's make that as a de facto thing. Okay, so Nihal Sarin is slightly better. The f6 pawn is weak, but it's an opposite colored bishop position. So this should most likely end in a draw, but h6 is weak. And he's come here and he's attacked g4. Such a quick reaction by Raunak. I think rook g7 could make a lot of sense to defend this pawn. Oh, he takes on h6, but now g4. White has a passer here. Rook g5, king f4, bishop g4 check, and ooh, the pawn is running. The pawn is running. Have to be careful. Bishop f5, h7, rook to h5, and yeah, you've lost the pawn. And I think with that, it is a draw. These two guys very, very equal in strength, very strong, both of them, and so you might consider a very strong match. Look at them. Raunak also is like, oh, that was a tough one. And the game 2 has begun. e4 by Raunak and knight f6 by Nihal. What's this? Alekhine defense. Nihal Sarin always has these new opening ideas up his sleeve. Why is it 14 and a half? So knight c7. The score has to be updated. Something wrong there. Let the scorecard be updated. And this is 90 minutes, guys. And by the way, just so that you know that this game has more importance than just this finale. The winner of this game today, or the match, will get a chance to play at the junior speed at the normal speed chess championship, which is starting from the 12th of November. So, and that has many strong players like Hikaru. So there are 15 out of 16 players who have already qualified. Right now, takes. Nihal has managed to unleash his bishop here on this diagonal, but he also has a weakness now. So knight e5 has moved in. Rook d2 attacking the pawn. And how do you defend this? What do you do? I think b3 makes a lot of sense to me. But Nihal might have something up his sleeves for b3. Maybe if b3 in this position, rook f d8, possible to play. He goes knight d3. That's an interesting move because now you may want to trap this rook somehow, like rook d2 pay. Yeah, I will stream World Championship match. Of course, we'll do something related to it. I don't know what exactly, but we'll do something. So, okay. So here, back to the game and knight to b5. Now Raunak is attacking this pawn on a7. Update on Grand Swiss. Guys, I'm not sure whether the Grand Swiss will happen or not, but the decision will come, I guess, likely later today because Latvia has kind of changed its rule with regards to sporting events, and that means that all the players who had to travel there are suddenly unsure whether they should travel or not. That includes Vidit, Sethuraman, Adiban. uh, by the way, free pawn here for the taking. Why not? Let's take it. I think Raunak might well get his a big advantage if he takes. Yeah, he takes on e7, bishop e4. Okay, maybe knight e5. He comes back. Yeah, so this is the thing. I think Divya, correct. Not people have not yet left India, but there are players like Gukesh who are already in Armenia, or for that matter, Pragnananda who's already there. So they might have to return if Grand Swiss gets cancelled. There's also some thing that maybe it won't happen in Latvia, it may happen in Russia, and people might get an easy visa for that. I mean, there are many theories about what might happen, but not sure. Rakshit Jain says, hello Sagar, I love to see you again doing commentary after CSL. Please tell the winner who won the chessboard. Yeah, of course, I'll. There are close to what 1100 comments there. So have to go through them and most likely in couple of days we'll announce the winner. Okay, guys, I'm going to put a small vote counter here, and so that you tell me who do you think will win this junior speed chess finals. Raunak, sorry, yeah, Raunak or Nihal. You can vote here. Okay, so king f6, and right now if you count the pawns, white is a pawn up in the position. White is a pawn up. Black has only 5 pawns, white has 6. How do we continue here? Knight e1, attacking this rook, attacking this knight. Jai Gandhi, Abhijit Gupta will not play Grand Swiss. Yeah, he won't play that because it's a qualify. People have to qualify there, and he hasn't qualified. It's bishop f3. Aditya S says Nihal has been overpowering his opponents throughout the tournament. That is true, but Raunak is quite a tough opponent, and he's already showing this here. First game ended in a draw, and game number 2 is already in Raunak's favor. So Nihal might not have an easy match today. Well, maybe Nihal is the favorite, slight favorite in this match. And guys, today, unfortunately, I also, when I started the stream, I couldn't make it into low latency. So it is on medium latency. That means that I cannot get your messages, or we are not on together. It is a around 20-second lag. Akshay, Natu, hello Sagar, Joy, and I are having CBI mods chess meetup in Delhi in collaboration with UP32. Can we have a meet and greet with you? I I was supposed to leave today from Delhi, but unfortunately our flight got cancelled, and so we are still, but we will leave tomorrow. So maybe there's no time for that. Knight A4, and now the rook goes back. Ooh, the rook comes in. Can we take here? Oh, there is an intermediate take there. These guys don't make such blunders, yeah, like a full piece blunder. So rook D6, nice move by Raunak. Nihal has 1 minute 20 seconds. But where does the rook go from here? Now, king f6. F4 has been played. And now king e7. So Nihal has to figure out, Raunak has to figure out how to break through. Maybe king f2. h6. King e3. Maybe just improve your position, or let's go king f3. G5. G3. How does black now play? You see that Raunak Sadhwani is a pawn up. It's clearly pushing here. King f6. Maybe g4. It's the right time to break here. King e2. He comes back in the position. And he's coming back. Nihal is not letting his opponent do much. Suraj Shendage says update on blind chess Olympiad. Yeah, our blind team is currently in Spain to play at the IBCA World Team Olympiad, and I'll be putting up more stuff about it. I think we beat Ukraine, which is a big result for our team, but we'll keep you updated. Yeah, I'll put the scorecard once it is fixed. Hi Sagar, I'll be there in Gurgaon tomorrow. Is it possible to meet you in the morning? By the way, the place you to. Oh, nice, Joy. Yeah, well, most likely it should be fine. Right now we are in Westin, so maybe at some point, if possible, we should be able to meet. So yeah. E6 is under pressure. Rook A1. Oof, he's getting in from here. Rook to C8. King E6. अब तो ये मर रहा है. Take here, take here, take here. Rook. But then there's knight E4 check. So knight F3 back. Now threatening to enter here. So knight H5. Will Nihal be able to save this? I don't think so, guys. I don't think so. e6 is fallen. Take king h5. Your pawn up. King c4. Knight g3. Ooh, b5. Pawn is rushing ahead. King c5. b6. b7. Too strong, yeah? Too strong. And there you have it. Great play by Raunak. He gets the first win. Oh, oh my God. Nihal Sarin has some ideas of stalemate. Oh, the king is running. The king is running. King e5, check. Rook e6. Ah. Oof. Look at Nihal and look at Raunak. He was like, man, Nihal is so tricky. Because in that position, after rook takes b7, if he had taken here, he would have it was a draw. And there you have it. First win for Raunak. The score is 1.5, and Nihal goes for 1b3 in the position. e5, just so that you guys know what was happening there. If rook takes, if you take this cb7, it's already a draw because all the squares are covered here and the king cannot move. So now on to the next game. I'll put up the score, I think, for now on my own till they update it. Text. Zero 0.5, 1.5. So now Nihal has to fight back, and he has played this move b3 and he's pushed his pawn h4 h5. Raunak has a strong center. How should white continue? Bishop d5 here by black, and Nihal goes knight h4. Nihal is not playing normally. Yeah? He's trying to attack these pawns, these squares here. Can we go bishop d3? Ooh, but what about e4? The queen is hanging, so you can't do that. Knight e7. g4, maybe fg4, and then this is weak, so you don't want to play that. People are like, whom to root for? It's not so simple, but let me just check what are the scores. On the 86% think that Nihal will win, 85%, 15% think Raunak will win. Wow, that is a big margin there. But already, if you see, guys, 1.5 points for Raunak, and he's already better in this game as well. So bishop e2 has been played. He's moved his bishop back now. What does black do in this position, guys? a5 has been played. He's like, my king is safe. I'm going to open up the position b5. And now c6. That should be the plan. b5 has been played and a4 by Raunak. He wants the b3 square for himself. Rook h3. Nihal is like, let's play some creative chess. Maybe get the rook to g3. Raunak is from Nagpur, says Mrudul, and I'm also from there, so I'm supporting him. Oh, very cool. Yes, Saxena says, Sagar, bhai, where's the energy? Man, Yaksh, what do you want me to do? It's 5 plus 1, so it's pretty relaxed right now. Soon it'll heat up and the energy will start to flow. Already for now, bishop b3 attacks the queen, and now the queen has moved back. Think somewhere you have to be careful. Rook takes b3, ab3, and bishop c4 could be on the cards. Actually, rook b3 is a big threat now. I think you have to move the king away somewhere to h8 or h7. He goes king h7. Nice move by Raunak. Raunak is very alert for these tactics. King f1, c6. c6 has been played and Raunak trying to open up the position. If you take, then there is rook c8. So d4, cb5, maybe d5 in the position, or de. If I take de, bishop e5, there, that's not a great idea. So maybe d5 should be thought of carefully. Also, somewhere you want to take on b5, but you know that the rooks will come down the c file. The rook will come to c8 and then to c2. It can get very nasty. Play this pawn to d5. Where does the queen move? Queen f6. Maybe bishop c3 and queen b2. That's a nice reorganization of the pieces. You can put the bishop here, queen here. Already something has to be said for that. I'm also thinking if bishop b5 is good, but you know, bishop b5, rook f c8 attacks the queen. Oh, he goes bishop to g4. Let's put his bishop here, but the square is covered. I think the square here is covered by the knight. Now rook c8 attacking the. Where do you move the king? Man, he sacrificed an exchange. Rook to c8, and now rook c2. Oof, he's moving in, guys. He's moving in. Bishop c3. Can we go bishop c5? Attacking this pawn. This seems like some trouble. Bishop c5. I think he has to drop back the bishop. Bishop d2. Or if you go rook f3, then this is hanging. So he goes bishop to d2. How do you break through? What a sacrifice by Raunak. He was like, okay, Nihal, if you come to g4, I will, you want to defend the c8 square, but I'll anyway play rook c8. Two of the brightest young talents of India taking on each other right now. Bishop d2, b4. Okay, let's take ab. What's his idea actually? AB, maybe he wants to play AB, BD4, attack the rook, and then A3, A2. Bishop D4, rook C1, good move. Can we start pushing the pawn? But no, if you play A3, there is rook takes C2, bishop takes C2, and rook takes A3, but then there is queen H4 hanging. So it's not so clear. Queen A6 check. Now king G1. I guess Nihal is getting the advantage back. played a3, but now rook b3. Maybe he's just blundered a piece here. Let's see. He's thinking hard. The point is rook b3, rook c1, queen c1, a2, and rook a3. That's where he has to figure out this sequence of moves. Nihal is thinking there. He knows that this is his chance. He can win and equalize the score. But he's thinking. He has 1 minute 23 seconds. Raunak has just 24 seconds. Rook takes b3. Rook takes c1. See, fully focused there. Nihal Sarin. He knows that the 1 minute that he has on the clock. He takes on b3. Now the rook on c2 is hanging. So you have to take it. Take on c1. Materially right now, yeah, queen takes, I guess. Bishop takes also should be possible. Bishop takes and then a2 and rook a3. But now queen takes c1 is better. Nihal still thinking. 46 seconds on the clock. Takes with the bishop, a2, rook a3. And now we must take queen a3. Bishop, he makes a queen. Now rook a1, queen a1, and bd2. f3, bishop c3, but just bd2 should be okay. Yeah, that's winning. That seems to be winning here. Take. And if you count the pawns in this knight endgame, white is a clear pawn up here. And also just knight d6, attacking f3. Very solid. Or will Nihal just take this? I think it's okay to even take knight e4, then maybe knight c4. But f3 looks very solid. f3, oh, he takes there. Take on e5. Knight g6, attacking this pawn. Maybe f3. Some hope or what for Raunak? Because now this is hanging and also h5 is hanging. Can you go d6? d6 is king g8. So he goes knight f4. The king comes in. Quickly both the lads bring their kings in. b5. Takes on h5. Knight c5. Guys, Raunak has fought back. It seems. Oh, pawn endgame. That is lost. I think so. This is losing. If you take here, then g takes f6, and there was this passer, so Nihal did not take it. For now, he goes king e5, h5. Good move by Raunak Sadhwani, pushing the pawn. King d7, knight c5, king c6, king e6. Whose pawn is faster? H pawn going down, d7, king c7. What a move by Raunak. Is he going to win this game as well? He takes on d7, knight e6 check. Unbelievable. Raunak Sadhwani better. Nihal down to his last second. What a defensive effort. Knight b5. It seems like the game is going to end in a draw. No, Nihal is playing still. He was like, he wants to win this. King f7, h2, knight e4, knight h1. This is a draw now. Take on f6. Wow. What a defense by Raunak. Brilliant defense. And Nihal has still not got his first win. He's nodding his head. It's not often that you see Nihal unhappy with his play, sipping on water. And there you have French defense on the board. Raunak playing this h4 line in the French. I think Raunak would have come prepared. And there he is trying to think about what to do next. The score is now 1-2. I can put like, what a game. Yeah. I mean, kudos to Raunak for holding it. And at some point, Nihal was losing. So he also made a very Strong comeback there. Yeah, we have 49 minutes in this segment, guys, of 5 plus 1. So perhaps there will be 4 to 5 more games for 5 plus 1. Then we'll move to 3 plus 1. For now, he's attacked the pawn on g7. This is an exciting match. Stay tuned, guys. Don't go away anywhere. King f8. Raunak taking his time. Oh, nice. Now the scorecard has been updated, so I can actually use the actual scorecard. Feeling good. Feeling good. And for now, Raunak is thinking quite a bit, but he's played king f8, rook h3, wants to bring his rook here and attack bishop a6, take on a6, and now queen e2 back. Because if you went rook g3, then there was knight f5. So that's why queen e2, attacking the knight on a6, knight p8, g4, knight c6. This is hanging. What to do? Queen e3 or maybe knight f3. Very solid, but you don't want to play knight f3 because you want to play f4. So he's gone knight f3 anyway. Rook c8, g5, take on d4, take on h6, take back, take here. Now knight to f5. Wow. c3 played, rook g8. Nihal Sarin is better here. He's now beginning to push here because look at this king. It's exposed. Also, the c3 pawn is slightly weak. A knight to e7. c3 has to be defended. He'll go bd2 most likely. So bishop d2. I think this is hanging. What is he thinking? What is Raunak thinking here? See, the main advantage for black is that his pawn structure is pretty good. His rook is active here. These pieces are active here. He goes knight e1, which is not a good idea as such. But what's so bad about it? I mean, why is bishop d2? Let's say bishop d2, rook g7. Anyway, maybe like knight e1. It's interesting to actually consider, like, why is knight e1 not at all a good idea? See, the thing is, let's say if I go bd2, and if you go say something like rook g7, maybe you want to put your rook king to the side. Then you have knight h2, king here, and knight g4. And you use your knight to attack these weak squares. But the moment you put knight on e1, then the knight is no longer in the play. So always remember, when you're playing chess, guys, try to see where are your opponent's weaknesses and try to attack them. Now he's gone bishop. That's why he didn't move his bishop to d2, because he wanted to play a4 and bishop a3. So the bishop would be very well placed here. But actually the bishop is not doing much. And he goes knight f3. You can't take this pawn because of knight g5 check and you lose the queen. So what is right now Nihal going to do? He goes from the other side. He's like, I'm going to checkmate you from here. Now there's a nice line. If you take on c3, knight g5, rook g5, and then there was a mate here if he had taken on c3. But he goes queen d3, king h8. King h8 has been played in the position, guys. Very, very tiring week, yeah, for us at the Chess Super League. And so I might be a bit tired right now, but I took some a break. uh, like yesterday there was, I thought I'll take some rest, but then there were interviews, some very interesting ones with Anish Rajabov, um, Zansaya, Prohorov, the arbiter. And then since today morning, I've been trying to do a bit of like take some rest and all, but there's always something happening. Like today, I had my flight from here and then it got cancelled. So we were like, okay, should we take a flight in the night? But then there was this match, and we were like, okay, let's not take a night flight in the night. And then we decided to stay here and then leave tomorrow and then go back home and at least recover a bit, because then there is some very exciting events happening in November. There is the Tata Steel Chess India, and there's also the World Championship that is happening. Can we take on d6? But this knight is such a beautiful piece, defending the king, everything. Just move the queen away, I feel. Just don't touch it. Let's move the queen away. Today was interview with Prag, yeah. Yeah, I forgot. In the morning. Let's go queen a2. Siddesh, first of all, I have to make sure that Grand Swiss actually happens, to commentate on it. Oh, by the way, guys, look at this variation. Check takes, take knight g1 and queen g2. It's over, I think. Knight e3 is a great move. I think now knight e3. I'm sure Nihal might spot it, because see, knight e3, if you take with the queen, the rook is hanging, and if you take with the pawn, then queen. Oh, he sees it. There is that look from Raunak. He's like, good job, buddy, good job. Actually, Nihal and Raunak are excellent friends of each other. And yeah, now rook g2. It's time to resign. Next move, the rook is coming in. Resigns here by Raunak. 2-2 is the score. Nihal gets his first win on the board. Game aborted because I think it's time to take a short break. Or what is it? Yeah, it's been nearly 50 minutes since they have played. 3 games have been completed. No, it's been, yeah. And so, guys, this is the Junior Speed Chess Championship finals. And the thing is that the winner here qualifies directly to the Speed Chess Championship, which is starting from 12th of November. And I think most likely that will be the last seed. So they'll face the top seed in the first round itself, who is Hikaru Nakamura. Do we have any more interviews coming? Boiled Potato asks. Asking about their opinion on CSL. I think not. I might write an article about it with all the comments that people have sent, but no more interviews. Even though CSL had prize funds of 54,000, it was still not considered a serious tournament. Why, says Alpha Zero? But it was a serious tournament and everyone considered it serious. And I don't see why you wouldn't consider it serious. I mean, I think everyone considered it. Why Grand Swiss may not happen? Because in Latvia, they have a rule which is like sporting events, sporting gatherings are not being allowed at, it seems. And that seems to be an issue for now. So that is the thing. Sagar, you're pretty strong as you're easily able to find the best moves. Wow, says Horror Inside. Well, I might be decent, not strong. I also use engines for my commentary. So that really, more than strengthening me, does weaken me as a chess player, because constantly you are being fed with the right move. So it's very important to keep yourself updated, to keep yourself strong. And I think soon I want to start also working on my chess, not just for becoming a GM, but also for just keeping myself strong, in general as a chess player. Soptik Banerjee, Sagar, please take rest. You are doing a whole lot for chess than we could ever do. We will miss you more if you fall sick, God forbid. No, no, Soptik, I'm completely fine. I think after going back home, we'll take your time. We'll take our time to recover and get some things on that. Rakshit Singh says thoughts on positional chess handbook by Geller. It's a nice book actually, and in fact, F.M. Geller is a brilliant, brilliant author. And all these books, which are written by players who are kind of classical, great players in the past, you can say kind of legends of chess. They have usually books which are very nicely explained. They may not have the right moves all the time because they are not engine checked, and now the engines can refute some of their analysis, but they explain things very well. And this is true also for books like let's say My System, or best games of Botvinnik, Petrosian, and so on. Sagar, Sminil Mahajan, nice to see you. Anna Muzichuk interview, yeah, maybe should do something. VD interview. Where is Tata Steel Chess India? Tata Steel Chess India will happen in Kolkata from 17th to 21st. The main thing about tournaments these days are this always this small lingering feeling whether things will, happen or not. Things may, whether the tournament will happen or not, and all of those things. So a bit worried about all these facts, but I think Tata Steel Chess India will happen. Siddharth Ranadev, member for 11 months. Thank you, Siddharth. Says, Hi Sagar, hope you are doing well. CSL was an amazing event. It's heartwarming to see the journey of chess from last year to now. It's come a long way thanks to the efforts put in by everyone involved. Yeah, it's amazing. The CSL is actually massive, massive thing that has happened for chess, and I think it's huge, and all of you people who've been following, who've been supporting, thank you all tremendously for this, because without you guys this would have never happened. In fact, even now, the fact that I'm streaming and not taking a flight back home is because all of you would love to see this match between two of India's bright young talents. That's the main reason, that decided to stay back and commentate. Yes, it will be rapid and blitz. Hello, Gurkirat, how are you? And Abhish interview. Yeah, yeah. Abhilash, yes, the next CSL most likely, as we announced, will happen in uh, March 2022. So, by the way, the game has started. It's 2-2, and he's played. What is the name of this opening, guys? With this, in fact, even Samay now knew the name of this opening. But e3 bishop d2 by Nihal. Mohit Nikam Sagar, by any free chess material For me, very good are all the YouTube materials that are there. Very serious stuff happening here many times. Of course, on ChessBase India, there are many other places. But yeah, I don't know, like there are many websites as well. I used to know about Chess Cafe being very interesting, but I think it's no longer free. Yeah, it's known as the Ragozin. Exactly, it's the Ragozin, and that's how it is. The opening's name. This move here, it's very interesting, guys, because see, when you play like e6 and bishop b4 without d5, it's Nimzo. When you play e6 d5, it's the queen's gambit declined. But when you play queen's gambit declined plus Nimzo mixed, it's called Ragozin. And so right now we have this position on the board. Castle c5. Raunak playing very classically in the center. b3 has been played. Gaurav says, Sagar bhai, just a suggestion from CSL. Start the event on weekends and end next weekend with some break on weekdays. It is easy to follow long events on weekends. I can tell you guys that basically if we do announce the event with sufficient time, I'm sure it will be easier to follow. Also, there were so many things that were happening this time around. Like there was IPL that was going on, there were some festivals that were going on, many things that were going on, and all the people who are like very strong followers of chess, they were there. But there were many reasons why we didn't have like huge number of people following it. And I think there are many things to discuss about it, but one thing is for sure that we will do it much more in advance. This tournament happened quite at the end. We had a lot of things to do, and I'm just glad that it happened without too many hiccups. It happened well, and there's only improvement from here. For now, guys, look at these two pawns. They are slightly weakened. I can take DC BC and put pressure on the c5 point. Also, the d5 pawn is slightly weak. So rook c2 by Nihal. He wants to double on the c file and put pressure there. Raunak, on the other hand, looks pretty calm and comfortable. I think he can go queen d6. Maybe put his rook on c8. Look, Rakshit Singh has given a nice list of all the serious chess content that you can find. ChessBase India, Chess Dojo, Daniel Naroditsky, St. Louis Chess Club, Benjamin Feingold. Some instructive videos on these channels you can check out. Nice. I think roughly for players who are around 1200 to 1400, these all sites are very good. In fact, I do think Daniel Naroditsky makes very good content. There are also very good content by Agad Mator and Levy, but it depends on the kind of videos they make. Not every video is useful for strong players, but many of them are. Rook to c8, putting pressure here, defending it. Queen e2. Maybe bishop a6 is on the card somewhere. Rook c7, h3, g6 has been played. Knight e5 maybe. How do you see? The main thing in chess, always remember guys, is to find weaknesses, and this is a weakness. But now when you take, you always had the fear that this bishop would unleash after d4. So what Nihal has done is exchange that bishop, and maybe now is the right time to take and put pressure on c5. Siddharth Ranadu says Hanging Pawns is a great channel. Yeah, that's a good one. It was a good one. Okay, queen comes back to d3. King g7. I like how both these players are so good. It's not easy for them to beat each other. Like Nihal was better out of the opening, but now suddenly Black has reorganized himself pretty well. Queen c3, maybe king g8 makes sense. But once you've played king g7, you don't want to go back g8. Squid Game देखा क्या सागर भाई मुस्तफा? I did. Jishnu says I did start watching the first episode. If unable to complete it, is it good? Is it good? What is your take? Rookie, I've reached that stage where every green light they can move forward, every red light they have to stop, and then people get shot, and it's like okay, this looks weird. Chess Mood, yes, Rohit Gupta very rightly said. Chess Mood is a great channel, by the way, guys. Check that out. I mean, I'm sure there are many channels. There will be a vlog released on the Chess Mood Open. Rupali is there, so guys, please do check that out. It's a very nice vlog edited by Abhyudaya and it is shot by Rupali, who's there. Squid Game, really good. Okay, it's okay. Good, but very dark. Okay. Okay, at least I'll see some part of it. Generally, like till it's in like at least interesting, I can see it, but then after a point if it gets boring, like there was this thing which you all suggested, I think it was called The Dark or something, and it was after a point it got really boring, so I couldn't watch it. C4, maybe take. Rahul Pawar says CSL must have been awesome for Indian juniors. Arpita winning her classical game against a 257 rated GM in Bangladesh tournament. Uh, did she win today, Rahul Pawar? Or did she? I mean, she beat some strong players in her previous trip in Bangladesh, but I don't know if she won today. Chess Fabregas says great show, super dark though. Okay, okay. Dark is not an issue until it's fast paced and doesn't get dull. Okay, c3, but can we go like knight a4? Isn't this pawn hanging now on c3? Then knight e4 f3. If just a famous guy says, if you like Squid Game, watch Kingdom also. A good Korean thriller. By the way, look at this. d4 sack by Raunak, ed4, and he's put his knight on d5, defending this pawn. Interesting chess. And now Nihal has an extra pawn. But if he comes like this, there is knight b4 check. So a3, he first stops the knight from ever entering on b4. And he's saying that now slowly I will come here. Very interesting. Rook e8. He stopped it. Now can we take on c3? But if you take on c3, then there is rook c8 back pinning. So you can't take on c3 just as yet. Ansh Suri says, Sagar, watch Game of Thrones. One of the best series out there. And you don't respect me, yeah? That's how you can say watch Game of Thrones. Come on. Of course I've seen Game of Thrones. Everyone has seen it. It's beautiful. It's a nice one. Of course, people can always doubt its end and all of these things. The entire concept, the way in which it was built up, beautifully made. CSL would get more interesting, says Prajwal, if there is auction. Yes, absolutely agreed. And I think for season 2, we want to do it. There was just one thing. Very interestingly said that in CSL, one of the reasons why the stream wasn't getting pushed to a lot of people was because of some very weird reasons. Some people said that because YouTube does not like crypto being put in somewhere, and it is. I doubt whether that is the reason. Do you guys think so? Breaking Bad better than GOT. Okay, I started watching Breaking Bad at some point, and I think I saw a couple of seasons. Then I stopped it, and I think maybe I didn't find it interesting at that point. Maybe I was too young. Oh, by the way, this was a blunder because I think Raunak thought he could take the rook here, a pawn here, but knight e6 check, and then you lose the c7 rook. That's the reason why he had to play rook c6, but then rook c4, knight g4, and I think now once again Nihal Sarin is going to take this home. He has forked the two rooks and Raunak resigns. This means Nihal has begun his spree. 2 victories on a trot, d4. Knight e4. Bishop e3, queen c2. Shadow ban. Yeah, this shadow ban thing is quite a thing which you can do nothing against, yeah, some of the times. Okay, too many messages right now, but not able to understand whether you guys agree on that fact related to the views not getting the stream not getting pushed. But yeah, there were many things that we could have done better as well. By the way, this line which has happened, guys, has become very popular recently. And generally, what happens, you play h3, bishop h5, and then queen c2. But Raunak went directly queen c2 in this position, and I think he could have taken and played knight g5, but he went knight c3, which is not a good idea, I believe. Take knight e7, and now bishop d3 back, hitting this pawn. It's getting risky for Nihal. H6, and now h3, bishop e6, short castle. And if white can short castle in this position, he's totally better. A4, the bishop is kind of blocked here. A5 is coming in. C6 played, knight to h4, and now f4, f5 on the cards. Maybe Nihal has to play f5 at the right time. Otherwise, he's going to get squashed by Raunak's pawns, and Raunak needs this victory. He's 1 point down. Animesh ASR says, Sagar, I'm final year student. One day I will super chat from my first super chat, and it will be from my own money. By the way, huge yeah, very nice. Thank you. And I think it's good enough that you are watching this and enjoying it. Don't worry about super chats. Rakshit Singh, I feel the watching didn't reach such high numbers because multiple reasons. Board exams next month, festivals, IPL, football season, vacation places have just opened up. All of these contribute. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, there are many reasons that even I thought of. There's this another thing on YouTube. If you make a stream like many days in advance, and then you kind of private it, like that stream link, and then you make it public on the day when you have to, that could also create issues. So there are all these subtle technical things. But there was a shadow, but not sure if it was the crypto thing. Yeah, I'm not sure about the crypto thing for sure. Because, we remember we did this coin DCX bullet stream, and there were close to 32,000 people watching. So I don't think that's the reason. Rohit Parik says people who wanted to see, they did see. Moreover, we can't do anything for shadow ban. Better we forget that and do what we want to. It was a great tourney, bigger and better now. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, after a point, we stopped thinking about how many people are watching and just focused on how many people are there and give them the best experience. I think that's the right thing to do. And while we are talking about the best experience, the person who has been giving us great experience with ChessBase India clips. Hello, Amruta.
Hi, Sagar. Hi, everyone. It's been a long time. Actually, not. I was there on the clips. So, hello, guys. What's up? We have Nihal versus Raunak. Isn't that so exciting?
Yeah, it's very
the
exciting.
pairing in itself.
It's very exciting that one Indian will win this event.
Yeah.
But it's not so sure who, because 3-2 Nihal is leading. But this game, the sixth game, Raunak is winning.
Okay. This is the sixth game.
Yeah.
And is black a pawn up? No, there is the e5 pawn.
Yeah. But Amruta, you can talk with the chat a bit, because a lot of people are sending you messages. Guys, you can tell her
Hi.
all that you want to.
Rakshit says मैंने अपने पूरे फैमिली को CSL दिखाया है. Oh, that is a big thing, Rakshit, because IPL भी चल रहा था. Amazing.
Oh, he takes with the bishop. Very interesting decision. Could take with the pawn as well, but very nice decision by Raunak to take with the bishop. So he realizes that if he can exchange these two bishops, then maybe his bad bishop is exchanged from e3. So nice decision, and now he has pressure down the g file.
Yeah, no, everyone's saying hi. Everyone's talking about the Clips channel. Maza aaya. Now what I'm going to do, because it seems like every day I'll have to take my phone, or I have to start walking on the streets, finding some. Okay, jokes apart.
Yeah, it's always this thing, right, guys, that something starts off, and then you always have to continue it, or you see, like, if you don't continue it, the consistency is important, but I don't see how.
But tension नहीं लेना है. Whatever happens with the flow, nothing is planned, guys. This is all happening in a flow.
Yeah.
So
It was like we started with the Mumbai airport, where we had like reached, and it was like a railway station where there were so many people, and I started
and I
shooting.
literally thought that I'm gonna get suffocated here among so many people. Luckily, nothing went wrong, and we reached. So,
From there, it started the Clips channel, and then it
Correct.
just kept growing and growing and growing. And I think in the last few days, we had from 25,000 subscribers reached 35,000 subscribers. It's very cool.
the commentary was
This
amazing,
is
though.
hanging.
Really
This is
loved
hanging.
it. I was hearing every minute of it, so maza aaya. I was not going to come, guys, and that is the truth. I really wanted Samay and Sagar to have a very good vacation. Like, really, really, one day before it was decided. So, yeah, that's the truth. Maybe Samay has to beat me number of times to get a, pure, proper vacation with Sagar.
Ansh Agarwal says, great work, Sagar. Thank you so much for everything that you and Samay have done to pull off something as huge as CSL. Thank you. Yeah, it's been, there are many things that I want to, talk on maybe a stream about it. There are many things that I want to write about. Maybe writing. Oh, Amruta, this is over.
Okay,
Rook g6 is over. Actually, after g takes h6, he should have played a move like g6. But this is just.
G6 is so difficult. Even if you play G6, I'll take Rook takes G6.
Yeah, but then there are issues down this here on d3 because it's pinned. So taking
in
here.
fact, having that h6 white pawn would have helped black.
Yeah, because now, even if you do this, it's a mate.
Yeah.
So that's the problem.
That was tough, yeah. I mean, you allow his pawn to be
Queen
maintained.
f2, nice move. Actually, queen g2
Now-
was also possible, but now the
But now
threat
queen
is to take.
h4.
No,
rook
yeah,
h6.
you to go here.
Directly queen h4. Because if you take rook h6, guys, after king h6, it's not a mate. Queen h4 aa raha hai.
Yeah, queen h5, right?
Hmm.
But now you can go queen g2 or queen h4. Both
I like
look
queen
strong.
h4. Queen
ये
h4.
मर रहा है, and I think Raunak is going to equalize the scores. कल्पक तोले से सागर भाई, आपको समय को एंड CSL को बहुत मिस कर रहा हूँ. रोज 8 से 12 देखने के लिए कुछ नहीं है अब. By the way, CSL was too OP. CBI clips were OP here. Yeah, thank you. I think आज तो ये stream है, which will last for another few hours. Then I guess from tomorrow, maybe Samay will start streaming again. I want to start some streams again with some learn from classics, Dr. Chess, some new
I'm going to
learning.
start bullet streams again.
So there will be some action.
No worries, guys.
Ashish Parke, आराम भी करो सागर भाई. It's good for your health and good for ChessBase India too.
It's good for ChessBase India too. Exactly. Ashish
Oh,
Parke
resigns.
well said.
Resigns here because Amruta, the last position, if he took on f8, then there is queen e7 check, and you lose either the bishop or the rook. So that's how resignation happened. And guys, the score now is 3-3. These two youngsters giving each other not even an inch, and they are repeating the same opening, that is the Ragozin on the board.
So it's already happened, yeah, Ragozin.
Yeah.
What is your opinion about Ragozin, Sagar? Because you have played quite a lot, played this thing. And with
Ragozin is
a good result, I would say, right?
Ragozin is an opening which is solid, like the queen's gambit, and which is maybe as active as Nimzo. But see, Nimzo is very active, queen's gambit is very solid, so somewhere in between lies the Ragozin. Because e6 d5 is queen's gambit, Bishop b4 is nimzo, so they both mix. So it's like slightly
So
active.
मतलब एक positional player है. What would you say? Even it's good for even a positional
Yeah,
player. It's
yeah.
good even for an aggressive
Yeah,
player.
exactly.
Okay,
You
it's
can
more
play it in
dynamic.
any way that you like.
Great. Joy Datta Super Chats and says looking forward to the bullet stream. Yes, absolutely, Joy.
Yeah, see you tomorrow, Joy.
Yeah,
In fact,
I think it will be good in the like our flight.
yeah,
is
tomorrow
at,
if anyone
something
is
like
free
afternoon.
in the morning can
Maybe
come
they
to
can come to the
Westin
airport.
airport,
Airport is
but I
maybe
don't know what time we'll reach. Like 12 o'clock maybe. We have a flight at 2 and we are in Westin, so in the morning maybe if you guys are here, we could meet, you know.
But if you come too early, we'll be sleeping.
Yeah, around 10. 10 is a
Oh
good
my
time.
God.
No, I would go Amruta and meet them.
हाँ,
I
you'll
think
come.
I think it's very rare that we
True.
get a chance to meet people. In fact, and maybe if
ठीक है चल एक दिन के लिए जल्दी.
oh, by the way, Amruta, this is gone. Just take here, and bishop c4, attacking here.
What do you mean it's gone? Like it's a blunder or what?
Yeah, it's gone. And now the
Oh.
beautiful part is knight f7. Oh, but that
ये भी
was
चल रहा है ना ये भी चल
हाँ,
रहा
ये
है.
भी चल रहा है. But no, look at this tactic here,
Okay.
which was knight f7,
Bishop takes f7. I'll go.
bishop f7, king f7, queen h5 check. And now if you move the king away, then e8 hangs.
Oh.
And if you play g6, then h7 hangs.
Wow. Maybe you should show that variation, Sagar. Amazing. That was
That's a
amazing.
very cute line, and I think a very beautiful variation. Just so that I can show it here.
Mohit Nigam asks how to overcome the fear of losing. Maybe here one thing I'll add, is it fear of losing or is it after you lose? What other people think, or that all things external also add up to it.
Very good. Sometimes, yeah, you're just afraid what other people might think.
क्योंकि देखो ना, अरे मैं खेल रहा हूँ, मैं हार गया. हाँ, मैं हार गया. It's okay. What did I learn? वहाँ पे it can.
This tactic is so nice because queen g6, you have queen d5, and you lose the rook on a8. That is one LPDO. King g8, you lose this piece. This is again loose pieces drop off. If you go g6,
queen h7 बोला तुमने. Is it a mate? King d5, king g6,
king here.
नहीं, king g6.
Sorry, king here.
Queen g6. सर तूने king g8 खेला अभी?
हाँ, sorry, गलती से.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Queen
d5.
g6 ना?
Yeah, even queen g6 should be good. But d5 also opening up stuff here. Then the rooks are here and it should be good.
Yeah.
So
actually the two rooks, both of them were, hanging towards the two rooks. Two rook.
Samay and his fantastic jokes, I think, were what made CSL so exciting.
Wow.
How difficult is it to go back to b3, giving up the d4 pawn? Rakshit says the organizers of FIDE Grand Swiss, FIDE Chesscom Grand Swiss and Women's Grand Swiss are working with the government to agree on an exemption regarding high level. Yeah, this I know. We'll update you as soon as the final decision made. I know this. This was the mail they sent to all the players as well. By the way, such a nice move by Nihal, because
so he
if you
found
take
queen b3. That was your question.
Yeah, no, this was hanging. So anyway, he had to go queen b4.
Now you can shift your queen to g3 maybe, or h3, light square maybe.
But then queen g3, then you lose this pawn because then there is no bishop f2.
Okay. Queen d5 is also an option. Yeah, Sagar, what is your answer for Mohit Nigam's fear of losing?
Yeah, I think overall, Mohit, you have to overcome it and find ways, because every person fears losing for different reasons. And if you can understand what is your reason of fear, is it because do you do it because your parents get upset at you? By the way, f6, you lose a piece. Or maybe not, knight c6, rook e4, knight a7. Or is it because you really have high expectations from yourself? and I think it's all about managing the reason. It is different for different people. Akshay Kulkarni says, Sagar bhai, next January, please come to Vaikanze. I'll come and disturb you early in the morning after the tournament. Yeah, I mean, it's been something that's on our mind. There are a couple of events which are very, very well known in the chess world. By the way, Amruta, can you give a check here? Is that working? King F7. Can you pick up this? I think give a check.
And bishop
here.
C5.
Bishop C5, King E2.
Bishop A7, you attack the rook.
Rook B7.
ठीक है, मतलब you can't take the knight immediately.
No, you take. And maybe bishop c5 directly, perhaps.
Oh, nice.
No, then there's
move.
king f1. No.
नहीं, king f1 को rook d.
Check. King e2. How is it working? Look at this, by the way. Nihal is calculating all these lines, but I think we need to.
This is a very interesting position how to defend, yeah, from
take. That. Oh, bishop c5 is the correct move.
Yeah, so what happens for king f1?
Oh, rook f4 is there with the Oh, so bishop c5 is the correct move.
Is that must be the only move then?
Check and counter check.
Good one.
So bishop c5 works, Amruta, and
he will find it, I think, because
No, he didn't take on b8 only.
Achha.
Nihal went.
Nihal didn't allow.
Nihal didn't allow. He went bg3. Nice move. We have Mohit who says, I literally don't care about other people.
Awesome.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Just within myself, losing rating points, not able to find basic moves and feel demotivated.
Self-pressure. That's a self-pressure thing.
Yeah.
Basically.
Just don't get pressured into, and always I think it's best. By the way, Amruta, again, last move was knight takes b5, because if you now take, I want to take on b8. I think in general, guys, it's very important to realize that after a point, it's very good to just compete with yourself and to compete against yourself, because that is the most important thing. Whatever you're doing today, if you can improve a bit tomorrow, it's already the best thing. Like, for example, just if you take the example of CSL, if we did think about, say, viewership, that's like rating points in chess, and if we think, oh, how many people are watching, what should we do, and all of that, then we are constantly worried about this even while the stream is going on. While you should worry about these things like, oh, how many people watch and all, later on.
You should
you must
to improve, and
exactly.
It ends there. You don't need to worry about it.
But what you shouldn't be doing is constantly keep on thinking and about these things. You should rather work on things which are in your control and not the ones which are not in your control. So give your best, give the best commentary, crack the best jokes, talk about the best moves and all of that, and give the best experience to the players who are playing.
No, but now if he's playing, he is competing with himself, let's say. Still, he doesn't want to lose. Okay, so that is a lot of self-pressure he's putting on himself. And
Amruta, it's not a question of you don't want to lose, yeah? Why do you want to think about losing things which are not in your control? You just think...
the more the belief the less the fear you'll have. Like, you are not believing in yourself subconsciously.
You don't even have to. By the way, king e6, there could be f5 and then you lose this piece. So that's why a draw has been agreed. And I think we are moving to the last game of 5+1 segment. So it's all even right now. 3.5, 3.5. And Nihal has gone for the Gurganidze system in like the Karo Khan.
What did you say? Just
Gurganidze. There was a player called David Gurganidze, and he used to play this a lot.
Okay, so that's another difficult name to remember, Gurganidze.
Yeah.
And that system is basically you go d4, knight f3. Sorry, it's more towards... Okay, whatever.
By the way, Vinayak Kumar says, Sagar, Samay will be playing against Hana Sais. Chess.com rating 1900 plus. By the way, White's structure has been totally been spoiled, but white has the bishop pair, and maybe that should give him good chances, because also the king can be pretty safe on h2.
Yeah. H2 though I doubt because of this
Yeah, but
diagonal.
then you can always go
But
f4.
acha.
So that's the reason why, I mean, yeah, bishop e4, nice move.
And what's the material right now? White is
White is a pawn up.
this pawn as of now. Bishop e4.
November 4th, Samay will play winners to stay with Hannah Size. Okay, that's interesting.
Can white not go c6? Just retain
c6,
his pawn
f5
and
maybe. But yeah, it was possible to play f5 because then you e6 is weak.
yeah, this is really bad.
But he's taken on b6, ab6.
Look at the structure. White has 3 versus 1 majority here, and on this side black has 4 versus 3. But you know, for white to create a passed pawn is so much easier. But let's not forget that it's opposite colored bishop.
So I think black has good attacking chances now with queen h4 coming in, f4 being weak.
Yeah, and if I could just shift the rook somehow on the king side.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's going to be really dangerous for white king.
Yeah.
So bishop h6. Maybe white can go rook a d1 here. The question is, if you want to create a passed pawn, do you want to rook on a1? You know, so that you can think of some things like a4 in the future. So he's thinking what to do. Having such a nice open file, but not easy to bring your rook quickly there.
Yeah. Queen
g3. I think even white might think of attacking
queen
with
f6,
h4
Amruta. Queen
or something
f6
like
now. Just f4 is too weak.
Oops.
And then when you lose f4, your king starts to get weaker.
So for queen f6, how can I defend the f4 pawn? Or I cannot. No, I cannot defend the f4 pawn.
Yeah.
So white is losing the f4 pawn for sure.
Hannah's rating is 1900, but she doesn't play that well. I have played against her many times, Jil Patel says. Not much to worry for some. I think overall, it would be nice. General Samay, when he gets some challenge, he starts training hard. And so if this is a nice challenge for him, he will start working on his chess again. And which means that there would be more streams where he plays reaching some rating, some improvement, and so on. Sayantan Ghosh, who's been member for 4 months, says CSL was awesome. Congrats to everyone involved. Thank you, Sayantan.
There was also a question, instead of queen f6 at that point, queen d2 or queen d6. I think those
Queen
would
D2,
also be possible, right? But,
Yeah.
well, anyway, here the g file has opened up now. It really seems like Nihal is going to get a good attack. You can see that there is majority, but nothing is, you know, moving right now.
जब किंग पे अटैक आ जाता है तो फिर कुछ नहीं कर सकते. And you know, you have all the majority there, you have a passed pawn, you can create that. But if he starts attacking on the king, rook g8, rook c5.
Oh, I think his idea is to go f4 and shift this rook. So that this rook guards the back rank. So that's going to be awesome. I love this move.
Nice idea, yeah. Nice idea.
But you know, to do it right now is difficult. Like when this rank is open, it's much easier. So that is what I think very subtle, what Nihal finds. Rook g8, queen f3. Now do you want to play f4 or let's not forget that white is also going to threaten things like queen h5, rook d1.
Yeah, white has some chance, but I think it's all over. It's black all over white right now.
Yeah. Guys, what do you think? What's Nihal's next move? What are you
Anamika,
thinking?
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, right now, what is Nihal thinking? Snigdho Bhattacharya says kudos to all the efforts you guys put behind CSL. Thank you. Thank you.
Nihal is thinking quite a lot. So, is it possible that he's calculating something deeper and maybe trying to find the final critical plan, we can say?
Or is it that he's taking rest because right now is
Rest?
2 minutes? So 2 minutes is a lot of time for it.
Oh, by the way, we have 3,000 people watching. Guys, do like this stream. I know Sagar keeps forgetting to say that. So,
Yeah. No, I made an entire video on ChessBase India clips today asking people to subscribe. So I don't forget much.
F4. सबका कहना था F4 for Queen F3. Here, people were suggesting F4, and for a moment, let me see very quickly. Analysis.
No, it's fine.
ठीक है क्या?
Oh my God. So he wanted to attack, but now white is getting in his attack, Amruta.
No, Sagar, इतना ही. इसके आगे कुछ नहीं है. Because this was one weakness. He can take the b6 pawn. I'm sure that it's going to really give him a lot of trouble if he does that. Like right now, if he takes. Can I go to the analysis board?
Yeah, you have to. There is rook g8. No, the main point is that the queen here is putting pressure on f7.
Correct.
So the moment you remove it from there, then there is going to be. So that's why taking this is not correct. He plays queen c7.
And I don't see any way for white unless his rook from e1 is able to get to the 7th rank. जो कि बहुत ही tough है.
But अभी तो फिलहाल you have two pieces putting pressure here, right?
Queen g7. Oh, the computer doesn't like this move.
This
Queen
is
g7.
hanging, but you can go rook here to g1, or another nice move is rook d8, because if now rook g2, I take on f8, queen f8, and you lose the rook. And if rook d8, rook takes d8, queen takes d8, then suddenly the queens get traded.
So tell me something. Queen g7 was not a very good move, it says. What should Nihal have played there? Like at this
Instead
point?
of this, maybe somehow queen h4, rook g7, defending this, then getting the queen ready there.
So that you don't need two rooks to defend the f7 pawn.
What's
that was
what's
nice.
wrong with my head? Every time Amruta says two rooks, I start thinking about this song.
Turuk. Oh.
By the way, Prabodh Prakash
We have a huge
says
super
4444, and then he sends a super chat of 444. Prabodh, you have been sending huge super chats. I'm very grateful. In fact, just like Anshuman Das, yeah?
Yeah.
He sent so many. He said I was sending 4444 in last super chat. Rupees 100 was sent with 444 in the chat, but overall pretty amazing.
Oh, thank you, Prabodh Prakash. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Prabodh, thanks a lot. He had mentioned once that every time you guys stream something related to chess or you're supporting Indian chess, I would like to support you guys, and I think that's why he had sent super chats last time. So thanks a lot, Prabodh, for that.
Amazing. He remembers.
Yeah.
So, okay. So rook g1. What Sagar, this queen on g7 is not really helping the attack too much right now.
And he has just 35 seconds now.
Oh my god.
He's running low on time.
So you have this aggressive position, and many times you land up like, "Arey, kuch to chahiye." You have to find something. When you don't get that, sometimes you get very desperate. It's a little irritating psychologically.
He found bishop g5 to come to h4.
So he wants to attack this weakness. That's a nice maneuver of the bishop.
But if I take queen b6,
okay,
then I'll defend f2. So I guess Raunak might take that pawn.
Okay.
He's thinking for now. Let's have a look at them. We can see how Raunak is.
Why Nihal is looking a little stressed. I mean, usually.
Yeah. People are saying that Nihal doesn't look 100% fresh today. What's up with it?
Correct.
But I think, guys, he's anyway
Bishop
heating
f3
up.
was not a very good move by Raunak here.
H3 is hanging.
Yeah, now queen h6 has come with the idea of queen h3. It's not a checkmate. There is queen h2 though. But how do you defend here? You can go back queen h2 or rook g3. But whatever, if you go back, then do you have anything like bishop f4? That would be an interesting question.
Yeah.
This is going to get crazy tactics, guys. 20 seconds for Raunak
No,
Sadhwani.
it's just
Oh
losing.
my.
I think bishop f4
Now
now.
bishop f4. Just simply bishop f4.
Yeah, bishop f4 with the idea of
Now rook g8 with the idea of rook g8.
yeah,
Then you
yeah,
take on g2
yeah.
and you go queen
No,
h3.
you just play queen h3 directly with rook g1 coming up.
Ooh, beauty.
So he
But
came back with the
currently queen.
queen, e5, now e4,
Supports.
and now f6. Okay, maybe e3 next coming up to just cut the communication.
Yeah.
E3 should be over. Yeah, if
And he plays
fe3, queen
e3.
h3. You can see there Raunak knows the writing is on the wall, and they still have Amruta 1 minute left here and resigns
No,
because of
Raunak resigns.
and they played another game.
So he gets one more game.
Yeah.
That's the reason he resigned.
Just to show people this nice line here, guys. If f takes e3, then there is queen takes h3, bishop takes h3, and rook g1, checkmate. The killer is here, the watchman is here. Now going to the next game here. The game has been aborted. Maybe is it like they're not going to play?
Jeel Patel super chat. Sagar bhai, I live in Melbourne. I emailed CBI for Vedika chocolate and chess set, but I haven't received any response. Should I email again?
Yes.
Yes. Can you please send?
We will
email
respond
again?
back to you.
You
know, in the CSL, I wasn't checking any emails as such. So if you send an email again, I would go through all the emails and go through it. But of course, there are other people also who are checking it. But I'm surprised that it was not responded.
Anuradha Ravi says, I'm extremely inspired with your dedication towards chess. I'm taking this inspiration to work towards my career as well. This is my small contribution towards what you are doing to promote chess. Wow. It's amazing that you are, connecting his dedication for chess in your career. Great. Kit Mascarenas becoming a member almost a whole year. Time flies.
I remember.
Of Indian chess.
I remember that we started off the memberships with Super Juniors Cup in December last year. Then we gave the first month's membership or first month's membership to the juniors. Then we gave it for. I mean, we supported so many young talents. In fact, the last month's money is also going to be used to support this month also. I would just go back and get everything in order. But you guys have been amazing. We've supported players like Pranav, Savita, Ilam Parthi, so many, Karthik, Venkat Krishna, and really thank you so much, guys. In fact, we will have this year again this Super Juniors Cup. I'm sure we'll try to make it happen. It was an amazing feat last year. Thanks to all of you.
Another member, just a famous guy, member for 11 years. He says whole year.
Yeah, just a famous guy also. Thank you so much. In fact, there are so many people who have stayed like rock solid supporters who became who started following chess maybe a year and a half ago and have been there. So thank you all. In fact, the funny thing is that with Keith, I have even spoken with him. He's helped on so many things. He's helped us on Discord, on building this thing, chess moves.
Chat chess moves is a lot of fun.
And there are some people whom I have not even met, only like just a famous guy. Yeah, he was earlier called just a random guy.
Yeah.
And then he became famous
he became famous
because of this article we wrote where he mentioned that he stopped his smoking habits, like he reduced it because of chess.
I thought he became famous because he used to send super chats about X. Okay, that one too.
That was also true. That was also true.
Joy Datta, member for 11 months. Oh, pillar of Indian chess. This is a little bit of nostalgia.
Yeah, I remember Joy. There was one tournament where he was sending like huge super chat. Was it there?
Many. But in the beginning there were
some tournament where he had sent so many, and then it was like, I think there was a super chat train.
Yes, that one.
Super chat train, which we have that fund also with us.
Started the train.
Yeah, we have that fund with us to use it in the best possible way. So there are some funds which we have saved for the right moment when things open up and more young talents want to play and travel. Sandeep, thank you so much, Sandeep, as well. Backer of Indian chess for 10 months feels so good. CBI OP. Thank you, Sandeep. Also, can Indian championships happen like US championship? Shanta Prasad, yes, they happen. Indian championship does happen, but the prize money is not that high. But also, we got to know recently that MPL has supported Indian chess and has made a deal with AICF for 5 years. I'll write about it. And that's why they are going to do a sponsorship of 1 crore every year. So that's again some money that's going to come to Indian chess and to Indian chess players.
Yeah, I mean, next year we'll be able to see in like a few months onwards, lot of new changes, lot of new sponsors, people. This is what we wanted, yeah. Chess needed money like to grow in a way. That money goes to actually the players
Yeah.
towards the end of it.
No, I
Very
think
important
it's
it
very
was.
interesting how the entire dynamics change and shift.
Correct.
Like, just imagine, okay? So,
But in a way, the live watching numbers
yeah,
changed,
yeah,
really changed it quite a
yeah,
lot.
I
You
agree with
can't
it.
say like,
No, I think a lot of people have contributed, but this is the major shift is because of the streams that have been done by Samay, by the stand-up comedians, Biswa, Vaibhav, also Queen's Gambit Effect, Hikaru, Levi, Anish, there is Botes,
exactly
like Agad
in
Mator,
a way the
Vidit,
streaming wala the whole
Adiban,
part
everyone.
together, so many
So what happened
people
is
and
a lot of people started following chess, and when there are numbers anywhere, then brands get interested. They're like,
correct.
okay, there are people here, we can sell something. And they can sell something, it means that they are ready to invest in something. And so I think a very major shift that has happened in chess is that there are two types of supporters now. There's one type of supporters who are like, okay, we love chess and we want to support it because it's a great game. We have played it in our life, it has impacted us. I love everything around chess, and so on. Who don't care about how many people follow it, who don't care about how many people see it. It's just that they love it. And there are organizations like these. Then there are organizations which are like, okay, this is a
those are very few, by the way, like
the first
very
the
rare.
first ones are very rare, and the second ones are like, okay, there are people watching, maybe if we can, it's just commerce
Yeah,
there.
because imagine if during the Olympiad, if 68,000 people were watching and then Anand Mahindra tweets about the league, that itself shows that. And also, whatever it is, the snowball effect of live watching, which, Samay got into, and he brought in so many people. मतलब just लोगों को पता चला रही लोग चेस देख भी सकते हैं,
I
that
agree.
was very critical, I think.
So it's a big thing. And of course there are people who've been working for years
Yeah.
around this. So never to belittle anyone's effort here, but it's just that there are some things which have to exist, like a strong federation has to exist, FIDE has to exist, tournaments should happen. All of this have helped to keep chess at this level, and then suddenly something comes and boosts it, that way. So I think it's an effort by many people, but of course some require great, some would get more praise for what they have done for sure, because they've put in special effort for Sujit Varghese, pillar of Indian chess for 11 months. Sujit also helped us to organize the
Yes,
knighthood blitz, and
absolutely.
then that fund was used eventually to organize the Super Juniors Cup, if you remember.
Okay.
No?
I don't remember. I mean, we did a lot of things, so I
No,
don't
sorry,
think I
sorry,
don't think
Super
Super
Heroes
Ju-
Cup.
Huh,
Super Heroes
yes,
Cup.
yes.
So
Specially
big
able.
congrats, and
Yes.
he really helped to do these tournaments. So big thank you to Sujit, who has been a firm supporter. He lives in UAE, and he's saying, I'm waiting here for you guys to come to World Championship. And Sujit, I will definitely meet you when I come there. We have Kalpak Tole, who's become a backer of Indian chess. Thank you. Aditya Fadnis, who's become backer of Indian chess. Thank you, guys.
जस्ट फेमस गाय had commented एक्स की कहानियां खत्म नहीं हुई है सागर भाई, अरे तो शेयर करो.
Rakshit Singh says slowly state governments also coming in. Tanya meeting Delhi CM as well. Odisha
Oh,
state
that was
government sponsors the hockey team. Maybe a state government might sponsor chess. Yeah, I think Tamil Nadu government helping youngsters and also all the players of the Olympiad team was amazing. And today Tanya met Arvind Kejriwal. In fact, we met Tanya yesterday in Delhi, and she played a few games with me. And then Arvind Kejriwal took note that. Okay, but on a serious note, it was very nice to see that happening. And Tanya, of course, deserves all this support that she should get. She's been rock solid
Absolutely.
performer for India for over the years.
I mean, every state में होना चाहिए. The top players get to meet, the top, the chief minister, and there is interaction. This is what is
Yeah.
needed. I think it's begin. It's begin. Pehle Tamil Nadu, now Delhi. Now let's
Sure.
see which is the next state.
Yeah, when you said it's begun,
Yeah.
I thought the games have begun.
Oh, the games have begun.
Yeah. They have begun.
Okay, Kalpak Tole, love you both love you both, and chess will always be growing. Yes, thank you. Hello, Gurkirat. It's been a long time.
Somehow they shifted the camps. By the way, guys, these are the back
Vignesh
camps.
Subramaniam, member for 9 months. When are you coming to Europe for OTB coverage? Oh, Europe, not yet planned as such.
Maybe when Europe stops giving surprises to everyone. Like, see, right now everyone wanted to come to Grand Swiss, and then it's like rules have changed. So it's really risky, to plan something right now. I'm even scared a bit to plan for the World Championship somehow. But okay, it's like
But
they
you can
already
take the
had
risk.
Sharjah
Maximum
Masters,
airport से वापस आ जाओगे. It's like,
and then you'll get few clips.
सागर में फिर तो तुम रोते रहोगे. Just to famous guess, Sagar met Tanya, Tanya met Kejriwal, hence Sagar met Kejriwal.
Prabodh says, I'll reach out to you offline in my small ways. I might be able to support 1-2 chess players in need. That would be very kind. In fact,
Very
recently, guys, I spoke with someone who lives in Northeast and has a very nice flourishing business related to tea business. I didn't meet him in person, but I just met him. He wrote a mail to us. And oh, by the way, Queen F5, that looks quite a, like not a great move by Raunak. Because now, by the way, guys, it's 3+1 now. Pawns slightly weak. Bishop C7, A5 is weak. Exchanges, Bishop E5. I like the position, but Amruta, Bishop H6 is coming in. Oh, he misses it. He misses Bishop H6. Because Bishop H6 and then the knight, wherever it goes, F6 kind of traps the bishop.
कैसे क्या Bishop H6 knight F6 को Bishop F4. अच्छा, you
no,
lose a
no.
pawn.
Yeah,
You lose
so-
a pawn, not a piece.
This has happened, and all of a sudden, it seems like black is okay now. Yeah, so I was talking about the person, and soon we will announce it. And he has said that he wants to support 2 or 3 young talents from Northeast and support chess on a long-term basis, for which he has a special fund, for that. And it's very kind of him, and what I have told him is that I will how we can ensure that all the money that he gives goes to the right people, right talents, and they use it for chess, not for any other means or any other reasons. So that in that way, what I would love to do eventually. And by the way, a very big news that I wanted to share, we haven't streamed live, Amruta, since then. That's why I want to share is that ChessBase India Foundation, which is called Help Chess, has now ATG certification. Oh, by the way, this rook is hanging. So it's a charitable trust, and it also has ATG certification. I wanted to write about it, what it means. Being a CA, I should know everything, as you guys think, but I don't know much. But the thing is that whenever you contribute to an ATG certified charitable trust, you get tax deductions on that, and you are able to save tax. And that means that instead of that money going to tax, you can think of supporting chess. It's a big thing, and I think it will help a lot of young talents, a lot of people.
Soon we will also release the details about it.
Yeah,
That's it. Kalpak Raut sent super chat, sending this super chat because another Kalpak became a member.
Yes, Kalpak Tole. I know, and Kalpak Raut. Some of the names are just, you just remember because they're constantly there in the chat. In fact, one of the people who always gives answers, Amruta, and I'm sure I'm missing out many, but there are few which I do remember, like Akshay Mohan, and there are so many,
Hina
you know,
Firdaus.
Hina Firdaus, Shiv Shom,
Learn with PV.
Learn with PV,
Savite,
Savita. Yeah, so there are a few names you always know because they're constantly answering, but there's so many who watch
Yeah.
the streams without even sending a message. It's just learning and looking at it. For now, like they are like, what are
और
these
उनका
guys?
rating बढ़ रहा है.
हाँ, उनका rating बढ़ रहा है. And what are these guys doing? By the way, Nihal right now in bit of a trouble because he has weak pawns. And you know, for Raunak, it's very important to start the 3+1 stage with a win.
Savite says, hey, wow. Nice. Okay, Rakesh Dash super chats and says, hey Sagar, I'm beginner with 600 rating. My chess accuracy is 30 minutes games, goes beyond 90. But when I play blitz and bullet, my accuracy drops like around 50%.
Yeah. It's not a surprise actually, and
Yeah,
I don't think that the main thing is you need time to think, and the more time you get, the more patterns get sort of fit in your head. By the way, if you take on d4 with your rook, then b3 hangs. So
And
if you take with the
definitely-
pawn, king d5.
Definitely इतना दुख की बात नहीं है. I'm sure even when I play bullet, मेरा तो 10% रहेगा.
But I think it's good to play longer games.
Yes,
And
for
once
sure.
you
If
get
you want to
comfortable
improve,
there,
then yes.
then play shorter time controls. Just don't go from 30 minutes to 5 minutes. Go to 30 to 25, 25 to 20. You can reduce it that way.
Exactly. Oh, we have a new member, Arunab Chaudhary. Welcome to the backer of Indian Chess. Thank you for becoming a member.
Kalpak Tole says, love you both and chess will always be growing. Yeah, this you had read. Yeah, member for 3 months. Thank you.
Yes.
Also, one of the reasons, you know, guys, that we decided that today we should stay back here and do this stream, this event live, because we had an possibility to go back at 8:30, but we thought like let's stay. Is that it's been a long time since we have even streamed like this,
Yes.
where we are talking with the chat and interacting with them.
Totally.
And so it's very nice that all of you are here and we can speak. In fact, the last super chat was by Naveen Kumar, who says Shehmat.
Oh, you heard the song.
Yeah, how many of you like the song? By the way, rook exchange, but this is a draw. Even though black is an extra pawn, you see white has the opposition.
And there is this double pawn.
Yeah, and you can't really break through here. King c2, a4.
Hi, Shashank.
Yeah, and that Shehmat song,
Mm-hmm. Wilma Roderick says, showing you much love from Philippines. Big
thank
fan.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
It was a song which was that I was not very sure about what I'm doing there. But, you know, generally when Samay comes up with some new ideas, I really enjoy them because they are innovative ways to support chess, to promote chess. And you know, Amruta, I never thought that making songs
Could
can
a-
be a very, very amazing way to
I mean,
promote
I
something.
think Samay started this thing in the beginning, and then there was this Bewafa Samay, and then we had this Shatranj Ka Kamal, and you know, all these songs they even also made.
Yeah.
So it was all, it got people interested, and music and chess can really be a very good combination.
Yeah.
Also, we are going to have a, you know, a vlog or making of the Shehmat video,
yeah,
guys.
yeah.
That's going to be really cool. So, you know, we'll now be able to make that in
Yes.
the coming days. So
Because all
keep a watch.
the editors were
So,
busy making clips. They couldn't work on the vlog. I was like, okay, it's been 7 days since we have shot Shahmat. Also, we got to meet Sidemoth team,
Oh yeah, it was so
Encore and
amazing to meet them.
Kam. By the way, just so that you know, their name is not Ankur, it's Encore, Encore,
Like
Encore,
opposite, like
and Kam is Calm, and they met and they were talking everything about chess. They were like, oh yeah, they were also talking
Exactly,
about
कितना
things.
chess, and they were talking
They,
about Levi का
their
podcast भी
podcast
सुन रहे
Gotham
थे,
City, they
and
started
it
hearing
was
where I was
amazing.
there. And
So whatever time they can, spare for other things, they'll try to learn chess, which is
yeah,
so nice actually if you look at it that way.
yeah,
So
I mean,
yeah.
this is very cool.
Well, Sagar, what do you think of this position here? It's a
This
double bishop advantage. Sorry, double bishop disadvantage as per Samay.
advantage, Amruta.
नहीं,
And
समय के हिसाब से
I know, I know. But here, the thing is, this was told to me by Anish,
Mm-hmm.
and I would like to just iterate it here for people. Maybe it's useful
Hmm.
that if such a position happens, and maybe it's not so easy. Yeah, let me just do this. Yeah, here when Queen D7 and this position, when you play A4 and A5, then the D5 square becomes a square on which a knight can sit comfortably. The
Oh.
reason is that once you have A4 and A5 in the position, then C4 means that the knight gets B4 outpost. So here,
Nice.
if you
This
played,
is such a nice point
yeah,
actually.
if you played knight D5 and I go C4 and you go knight B4, I can kick you with A3.
Hmm.
So first, a good idea here, even as black, could be A5, threatening to gain more space. And when white goes A4, then you sit with your knight here.
Brilliant.
So that's why this knight, although it's in the center of the board where it can be kicked, it has this pseudo outpost, I would put it.
Oh, so in a way, actually, you can't really say there's there's even slight advantage for white.
Yeah, I would say that white has a small edge, but he should never ever play C4 without due consideration. And right now you can see Raunak is doing the right thing.
Yeah, maybe he's going for B4 plan.
No,
Wow.
he's
Yes.
just waiting around.
No, but you can go for B4 planning
But
because of.
he's now C5. And actually, the thing, this is what happens when you don't do much. And I think C5 is going. Yeah, that's what Nihal does. And now black starts getting the
Oh, so
advantage.
in a way, is black winning a pawn here already?
Yeah, CD, not pawn. Maybe it's B7 is weak. White will get compensation, but
Yeah, so.
oh, Rakesh Dash is surrounded by amazing books right now. Rakesh, yeah, fantastic choice. Reading Soviet Chess Primer,
Oh,
great
nice.
book.
Very nice.
And
book.
Chess Tactics from Scratch, also amazing. By what? Any other books, good books you recommend? Big fan, Amruta. Clips raw.
अरे राकेश, you are solving such difficult books, ठीक है? तो बीच में maybe you are looking at the clips so that you get some relaxation. The combination was really funny. Thank you.
I think.
But I like the books you've chosen.
Yeah, these are good books. Silman's Endgame, complete Endgame course, I would heartily recommend you. If you find these books interesting, and reassess your chess, also beautiful. Yusupov series of books, the entire series of 10 books can be very useful. If you just type Yusupov series of books, ChessBase India on YouTube, you will find many videos. At least you'll find couple of them where there is one boy. By the way, Amruta, just he blundered a piece or what? Oh, he took back. He didn't risk it. But Rook D2.
AB6. I think
Maybe
Raunak had.
he was afraid of A6, but then there was Knight C8 stopping A7, and if AB6 there was Knight C. No, not Knight C6.
I think AB6 looks dangerous for black, right?
But no, Bishop E5 and Bishop B8 is there. So yeah, maybe he didn't want to enter into all these worrisome positions, and he said, "Let's go and play this endgame where I have zero chances of losing." And I'm a pawn up. And I think a practical decision by Nihal. Although in a classical game, you would calculate taking on D2.
True.
So all those who are saying, कि मैं जब कम time लेता हूँ, I can't play well. I am not unable to play well when I have less time. It's true for even monsters like Nihal and Raunak. When they have less time, they make practical choices and their moves are a little bit subpar than when they have a lot of time. It's just how chess works. Sagar, make a detailed video of Sultan Khan. Yeah, in that, what we had thought of first, Samay and me, was to make this song, Shahmat, with me. Oh, by the way, there's UK6. Thank God. But now you just take it, you chop it, and then you play opposite colored bishop.
Yeah,
4
it
versus 3,
seems like
etc.
it's going to be a draw now.
So when we decided what game to choose for Shahmat, we decided to do this game between me and Samay that we had played, and he had beaten me once. This was a long time ago. But there was some beautiful moves there that he played, and we thought it's a nice one. But then there's this song. In the song, there's this one line called 1930 ka main Sultan Khan. And we thought, why not, pay our respect to Sultan Khan, who was a great, great chess player. And we enact the game of him versus Capablanca. So I became Capablanca in that music video, like I made his moves, and Samay played Sultan Khan's moves. And it's from there, that's how the song is. And I think Sultan Khan is an inspiring personality.
Yeah.
By the way, a draw here. I think both the games in 3+1 have started off with draws. So Nihal is keeping his 1-point lead.
That's why also he didn't take any risks because he has that lead.
Yeah. And Daniel King has written a beautiful book on Sultan Khan, which you can get from the ChessBase India shop. If you just go there, chessbase.in/online shop. And I mean chessbase.in, and you go there and find the online shop. Then you will be able to get Sultan Khan's book written by Daniel King. It's his entire story. And Amruta, did you know? He was like a slave. He was serving a British, like a royal.
Oh no, I did
like
not
he
know
was
this.
Indian. His name was Umar Khan, I think, and he was serving him. And he went to London to serve him, but then he started playing chess. And I mean, he was playing chess in India, but he learnt international chess. He was playing Indian chess.
Oh.
And he started beating
Beating
everyone.
everyone,
He
yeah?
became in one British championship, he finished last. And in the next one, he finished first.
Wow.
Something of that sort. And he was trained by few masters from England and started beating them. And he then beat in 1932 or 1931, or 1930, I don't know, either of the 3 years, he beat Capablanca, who was the greatest. And that's how genius he was, Sultan Khan.
Tremendously. With this, it just reminded me of, Abhijit Kunte's thing, where when he played his first national premier, he came last, and then in the second one, he came first.
Yeah, true. That is also a very inspiring story. In fact, I have interviewed him and asked him as to what he did different. That from last, he finished first next year. And I think he said he played a lot of training games and all. It was an old
He
interview.
also loves to play.
Yeah. By the
Sabita
way,
says, so nice of you that you share every little thing you learn. Many people do not do this. You are one of those people among the generous 1%. Thank you. Yeah, I agree with her, Savita. I agree with you. That's why when we meet many times, many people, it's like sharing of what we learned. So many people, if you are not in for some heavy talks, then we are very boring. Okay. Jokes apart, Anvay Dongre says, can you suggest chess books for beginners?
Chess Course. I've always been saying this, Chess Course by Praful Zaveri, and it still remains one of my favorite books to learn chess. There's one thing which we are definitely working on with great vision in mind, which is to create a ChessBase India Academy. It's going to be an online portal where you can learn chess from beginning with the basics. And this is a dream for me and Amruta, and we have been working on it, and it's kind of work in progress. Maybe then
it's a
you can learn
long work,
from there as well.
but it will be very helpful for sure.
Yeah.
We believe that.
Yeah. By the way, I have, like there are always some of the other things that are needed in chess, in ChessBase India for work and, for many. In fact, last time we wrote about it on our Instagram, and we got someone to work on the design of our website. And there was always some things that we need from people to help us to kind of, and soon many of them become like full time. Like for example, Abhyudaya, who makes our thumbnails and who edits videos, was someone who approached us by writing to chessbaseindia@gmail.com, and we worked with him, and it's been wonderful, and it's been now 6 to 7 months. He's
Yeah.
become like someone whom we bank upon. There was Prakhar, who used to edit videos. So I think the community that we've built here has contributed so much. There's this girl called Nidhi who has been who wrote to us saying that I would like to help with social media on ChessBase India, and then she's the one who's been taking care of so many stories on Instagram, some of the tweets. By the way, another draw, and that is where I think it's been nice that we've gained so much from. Of course, all of them are paid as well. Yeah, they're not like just working, but they all begin with this intention that they want to help chess in some way or the other, and then slowly it starts becoming very nice. So yeah, I mean, right now I have this real need that I have been thinking of, that there should be someone who can transcribe my interviews that I do on YouTube, make them interesting, and also put in the chess elements. So it's like you should know chess, you should know English, you should know transcription. And if there's someone who is interested in that, we would love to hear from you at chessbaseindia@gmail.com. You can write it. Okay, so by the way, Raunak Sadhwani has slowly started to push in this position, and this is what he played with Harshit Raja as well. This very solid setup where he is like, okay, I'm not doing much, slowly improve.
Goblet Fire, long time again. Question about ChessBase 16 plus Mega. Do we get lifetime access or is it time restricted? No, it is lifetime access.
There's lifetime access like any mobile phone you buy, but the new versions can come if you can choose if you want to upgrade to it or not. But you get it works for lifetime. Hardik, hello Sagar and Amruta. I'm the guy who came to meet you. Hardik. Yes. I've written to you on Instagram. It would be great if you can check. Okay. Hardik, write on chessbaseindia@gmail. That would be better.
We have a member, Nikemen, member for 4 months, pillar of Indian chess. Can ChessBase India website show live ratings for top 20 GMs? 2700 chess only shows live rating for top 100 GMs.
We have spoken to 2700 chess, and we already have. If you go to chessbase.in, there's a tab called players, and it's kind of work in progress. But I spoke to him, and he said that he can provide it for top 10 Indian men and top 10 Indian women, and it's there. It's as on 25th August, like that's when we were testing, and it'll be live. So yeah, we would work on that.
Rakshit says, I'm playing under 1600 OTP tournament. I searched online profiles of top seeds. There are people with 1300, 1400 FIDE ratings and 2200 in chess.com. No OTP tournaments have made the FIDE rating irrelevant.
I don't agree with this, Rakshit. And I also feel that chess.com ratings and FIDE ratings have this thing where, or any other lead chess rating, have sort of earlier someone who is rated let's say 1200 would be around 1000 rated on FIDE, maybe something like that. Now maybe the gap has grown, but it doesn't mean it's irrelevant. It's just that the gap has increased. So someone who's rated 2200 now maybe rated 1400 FIDE, but he will quickly gain through the tournaments which will happen, and that gap will come back. I think it's only a matter of few months.
Yeah, I think FIDE rating is a very different ball game. Absolutely.
And also, yeah, I mean, yes, it's true that when you play FIDE rated events, they are usually 90 minutes.
Classical.
Yeah, and people are so used to playing bullet, blitz, rapid that it's also something new. By the way, Raunak now has a nice position here. If you see, you might feel that he's passive, but actually he has a very straightforward plan of attacking here, like g4, g5.
No, even
Just come back.
Even for black, He doesn't have any plan, you mean?
But
B5 is one break later.
knight b4 attacking here, and this is what Raunak wanted to do. He wanted to take, but now a4 is weak. So actually he had to give up this plan because this is weak, and I think Nihal is once again. But you know, Amruta, for Nihal, this match has been tough overall. It's not been like.
I mean, we know that when Nihal plays, he like crushes people. Yeah, it's like they stand no chance.
Yeah.
So definitely, I think it's very tough. Also, this position is very comfortable for black. 1 minute, both of them, right?
Yeah.
Good enough time. Good enough. Now C4 is weak.
C4 and A4. Both
so there are two
weak.
weaknesses. At some point, this break is going to be deadly.
No, but then you have C5.
Yeah, but then you lose this. I mean, at the right time. Also, the king is weak here. So even after queen c6, though the computer doesn't like it much, I really think black is practically
black
way
is
better.
pushing for sure. Overnight programmer says one of the lurkers in the chat. Absolutely addicted to chess. Very nice. Gained 600 ELO points to reach 1300. Also addicted to young Elo's chess rap tracks. Thanks Sagar and Amruta. Yeah, thanks, and very cool that you've gained 600 ELO points. All the best for your future improvement.
There was a possibility for Nihal in between where he could have gone g5.
It's there in the air, Amruta.
Yes, and because I think his decisions will get impacted because of the 1 point lead. He may not go for a risk. By the way, Raunak has started his g4 idea, but his king is going to be super exposed very soon. I doubt.
H4.
Oh my god.
He's like, okay, Nihal, I know that you wanted to play with my queenside pawns, but what about your king? Can we go g6, or it's too risky to give up that pawn? Because if black goes g6, then he would control, the position.
This would be solid like that.
Manasvi says, much awaited junior speed chess finals. Such a thrill watching Nihal and Raunak find tactics in seconds. Thank you for constantly inspiring passion, Sagar plus Amruta.
And by the way, G6 has happened, FG6, and you can see this.
I think practically good decision.
Absolutely. Because it's flowing for white.
Yeah, rook G3.
Rook will double
or
here.
Rook G5.
Knight will go to G5 at the right time.
Now what has happened is Nihal is under some pressure here. Earlier it was one way thing.
But look at the time. Both playing on 20 seconds, and now this queen enters.
G6 is hanging.
But this queen, it's going to kill
no
the king.
check. No check. Yeah, take knight is the
Bishop
best.
E7. Yes.
What? Rook C5. Oh, E6 pe pressure. BC. But the queen is defending that. Oh, free queen. No.
No, free no. Relax.
No, but this B3 C4. Yeah, this lost.
I think, would you have missed that queen takes E6 was possible?
No.
Anyway
No, the thing is that he just missed.
Come on, he's playing on the 8-10 seconds.
Exactly. This is coming. C3, C2, C1.
So Sagar, this score was 6-5 and it was still okay for Raunak, right? I mean, he didn't have to get desperate. This would have ended in a draw.
The thing is,
would have been fine for him.
I think somewhere Raunak knows that bullet is where Nihal is very strong.
Game aborted. I mean, this section is over, is it?
No. 31 minutes. After half an hour, there's a break. So they have taken a break right now. So the score is 7-5 in favor of Nihal Sarin. And Nihal is tired. It seems slightly tired. Amruta, I don't even know where Nihal is. What is he up to? What is he doing? He's in some
hotel for sure.
Some hotel, but not in India. And some people were saying he's in Spain. But I have not seen him playing anywhere.
Okay.
Kalpak Raut upgraded to pillar of Indian chess. Thank you so much, Kalpak. Very kind of you.
Still out of...
People are in control, Sagar. Yeah. Have you interviewed Tanya for receiving appreciation from Delhi CM? No. I spoke with her. Means I interviewed in the sense I spoke and got a quote from her, which we have posted on Instagram and Facebook. But I haven't done a YouTube interview with like a video interview.
By
Nihal
the
was
way,
playing Spanish league.
and he
Acha.
has tweeted that he was in Spain. So he's in Spain.
Acha, he's in Spain.
Jil Patel asks, Sagar bhai, if I play federated tournament in Australia, which federation would I be registered with?
Depends on.
It depends on if yeah, because if you have a normal Aadhaar card, PAN card, or whatever.
No.
If you are an
if you
Indian
are an
resident,
Indian citizen, then you just have to say that you are Indian and play there. And of course, you will have to pay the fee of the Australian Chess Federation or something, but you will represent India.
But if you're an NRI, then
no, it's more about citizenship rather than residency.
Okay.
So it's more about which country's citizenship you have.
Right.
Nihal scored 4.5 out of 7 in Spanish. Okay. Sai Bhargava says, just a suggestion, try renting option for ChessBase product that people have easy access to upgrade to next version and is affordable. Yeah, interesting. I mean, there's so many interesting things, but I think for digital products, very important to avoid piracy. Yeah. So something.
Shashank says Raunak simply has to equalize. It would be next to impossible to catch Nihal in the bullet section.
Yes, I think so. But Raunak is also very good. Raunak is pretty good in bullet. So it will be interesting to see. And I think if Raunak can get back 1 point and have the lead to like 1, because right now he's 2 points down.
Correct.
It can be an interesting match. And bullet is a lot about your form that day.
Exactly. That is what also, once you start losing, that time also you have to see that doesn't affect your next games. Many times that's a problem. So this break could help Raunak.
Yeah.
Because he lost the last game.
By the way, all those who are saying some meetup and stuff, tomorrow morning, if anyone is around in and around here in Delhi, would be nice to see you guys. We are in Westin Gurgaon. So from there, we'll travel to the airport. So maybe early morning, like 10 or so. 10:30, yeah. It would be nice to see some of you. I know that it's difficult. It's a working day and not everyone would be free. Score right now is 7-5. Grand Swiss cancelled, not sure. They are working on it, guys. I don't think it's cancelled at all. Still, they are trying to work with the Latvian government to make sure that it happens. Amruta was asking me about what to eat. Yeah. So, Tanmay Devi, if Grand Swiss is cancelled, any other alternative way to qualify to candidates? No, it will happen. That it will just get cancelled for now, but the Grand Swiss will happen later. So I don't think they'll change the format. Adnan CHY says, add frame in your picture. It'll look good. Yeah, that's a good suggestion. I should do that. Or maybe do this. But it's just too big. They lip read it. Sagar bhai, when is your ChessBase Academy going to launch? I'm really interested and excited. It's one of those things which will kind of be a staggered release. It won't happen like everything is available at the same time, but we'll start off with a few things and then slowly we'll populate it. And if someone is keen to work on it, that's where I think someone is dedicatedly interested to work on something with ChessBase India, I'm sure. And if you love chess, then there's something that can happen. But generally what I've realized is that some people just want to work for some time, gain experience and then move on. And that some period, it has to be properly fit in with our goals as well and with their goal as well. So it's not easy. Everyone is like, guys, तुम लोग तो लिप रीडिंग करने में एक्सपर्ट हो. Yeah, no, the thing is that we had been having like skipping dinners in general because of CSL streams. It used to start at 8, would go all the way until 11:30, but would have a little late lunch. So entire routine was kind of disrupted, but hopefully it'll get back on track soon. Why can't they have Grand Swiss in some other country? Because there are so many players who have already enrolled for it. It's not easy to just shift like just in a second, like it's not easy. So somewhere you have to figure out like how to do this, and I think FIDE has their task cut out. How to manage this is a tough, it's always very tough when you run organizations like FIDE or anything of that sort, because you have to take certain very tough calls. Let's see how they overcome this situation right now. It's not easy. 7-5 is the score. Vinit Srivastava, you can make them sign a bond for 2 years or so. Yeah, possible. As Vidit has also qualified to Grand Prix, will he also play Grand Swiss or not? He's playing Grand Swiss. He was very excited for it, in fact. He's been working tremendously hard on that. By the way, the games have started. So, okay, it was the Catalan. Let me just flip it for the right side. C4, E6, G3 takes here. Maybe not the Catalan, but like the English Reti. Rook A7. Wow, nice move by Raunak. Maybe he's prepped. D4, B5. Take bishop C5. Knight C3, bishop B7. And it's nice opening position for black. Has both his bishops beautifully placed. Castled. He's castled also. So I like black's position. Also, there is a space for the queen here. In the center, you have great control. I think it's going to be interesting now. Okay, he goes knight d5, but guys, this is a mistake because after knight takes, bishop takes. Oh, he goes back. But here was the point. Here was a point. It's very interesting to actually note this. After knight takes d5, sorry, it was not here. It was here. Knight d5 takes, and now you play the move queen to c2. And the problem is that there are many issues now. Rook d1, e4. It's quite some trouble here in the position. So he didn't do it though. He's played the move knight d5, bishop d2, bishop e7, rook d1, knight c5, queen c2, queen a8. Yeah. Amruta is locked out. Oh, you had the key. Bishop e3. And now this is an issue. So actually Nihal is now pushing forward to another win. He's losing a piece here. Queen c3. But rook c7, then there's b4, right? So knight a4. Oh, Sara Shiraz says, Amruta, Arpita won her game today against GM Ulvi Sadikov, rated 2519.
Amazing. Arpita, I think we had seen her, few years back, and really she was upcoming at that point.
Oh, resigns. He resigned the game. Raunak simply
Nihal
resigned.
won, yeah?
Yeah. The thing is,
Why did he resign so early?
Maybe slightly premature, but
he gets to play more games.
But no,
I think
but
that
what
is
is
the reason,
what is
right?
this rook is hanging, correct? And rook
If I go rook,
b7, then this is hanging.
okay, if I go bishop c5, then I'm losing two pieces
One
for the
second,
rook,
if rook
right?
b7,
Queen
queen
takes
e4,
c4.
this is
Khatam na.
lost.
Bishop
If rook
c5 looks forced.
c7, this is lost. If rook d7, this is lost. So rook is kind of trapped.
So
So
bishop
now we go knight c5.
rook c5,
Rook takes c5.
bishop c5, queen c5, two pieces
Do
for
I
the
have
rook.
this intermediate rook d8?
Oh,
Because then I lose the rook. So queen d8, bishop d8. And this is playable, no? Still. I mean, he should
that's
not
what
have
I mean.
resigned.
I think he wants to play more games because
Arey,
either
Amruta,
Nihal
more
is not
games I
going to leave.
understand. b4 maybe.
Haan, तो
But
क्या?
then
तो
rook
then it's a lost
d7.
position against Nihal. Acha. Okay. Let me understand. Explain.
No, I mean, it's not lost. It was minus, but it was playable. I think Raunak slightly getting demoralized there.
Is it because of his previous losses?
I don't know, but slightly.
Yeah, that is not easy. Like, there are some players once they start losing, sometimes it's difficult to make a comeback. Like this is a continuous process, right here. You don't get a break and next day round.
Yeah.
So we need to see. Raunak really needs to be calm to
H2
make a
is
comeback.
hanging.
Look at it, rook on h6. Amazing.
Yeah, threatening now here, but he goes back, and now Nihal has some sacrifices in the air. Knight f3, knight h3 somewhere, so he has to be careful. Raunak moved away with his king to h1.
H2 is super under pressure, right?
Yeah, it is, but knight is doing a good job to defend it.
Knight e7. I think he wants to go knight g6, but वहाँ से कहाँ तक? Knight h4 and then pressure on g2
Yeah.
and f3 both. Shaurya Gautam says, Sagar, my dream is to become first grandmaster from Himachal Pradesh. Thank you so much for teaching me many things. Hope we'll speak to you someday.
Yeah, all the best.
All the best.
And it's always good to dream big and then have actions that follow up on that dream. Queen f4. Raunak, Amruta. He's down.
He's got a better
He
position.
needs to win this. He needs to. So what he'll do is, let's say if the queens are traded, he'll take with the knight. He'll get his rook here, and then he'll have three pieces attacking the e6 pawn. Nihal goes knight c8.
Knight g3.
Yeah, you have to be
At
active.
some point, Sagar, h4 is going to be a risk. That's what I'm going to say. Like, if the
H4.
queens get exchanged.
Yeah,
at some point,
definitely.
that knight on g5 can get trapped.
Get trapped. True.
So, rook h6, he goes back. Now, rook e1, you want to go? Rook e1, putting more pressure on the e6 point in some way, or...
Yeah, it's like, he goes king g1, but... Ooh, this is Nihal.
How did it change? What should Raunak have played if king g1 looks like...
The king g1 is a
not-
blunder because tactically now the knight has to move and then f4 and then the knight has to move and then knight f3 check with rook here.
Oh, he loses a pawn
Yeah.
tactically.
This did you see in
But he played that
rook h4 in 0.1 second.
exactly microsecond.
Yeah.
He was so alert for
He's
this
so
thing.
alert. I think Amruta, and somewhere in his mind he had thought कि king g1 अगर खेलेगा ना
कभी भी.
so this is there.
Correct.
After take. So he's so good. Nihal OP guy. Oh, here now he goes king h1.
Now he'll go back.
Goes back.
ठीक है अभी f4 is hanging. You will have to.
The main
have
thing
give up
about
the
Nihal is Amruta, he's tactically so alert.
In time pressure especially.
Yeah.
True.
And now he's given back the pawn, but he's positionally better. Like first he was positionally worse. So that's why, even if let's say I just give a hypothetical situation. Okay. I consider myself to be a better positional player than a tactical player. Okay. Like I like to play positionally more. So let's say I get a positional advantage with Nihal and I understand that I'm better. Now I understand how to attack weaknesses and all. The problem is that against him, even if एक second you lose your concentration. What is that called? Saudhani ghati, durghatna ghadi. There's a famous saying. So it's like 1 second you lose your concentration, he will have some super tricks in the position. That's why he's such a difficult opponent to play. And generally, you will not see Nihal making huge blunders. I mean, he makes mistakes.
True. No, here somewhere definitely things are also more about psychology, I would say, right now. When with this matches, especially continuous back-to-back games, it's a lot more than chess.
Yeah. Nazar hati, durghatna ghati. Okay, got it. Now the pawns are equal. So white is still fighting, Amruta. It's not like... But Nihal has got his central pawns rolling.
Yeah.
E5, DE, FE.
And when you have knights on the board, a passed pawn is very dangerous. He goes rook e5. Actually, doesn't go for central pawns. Nihal is wanting to go on the 7th rank.
Yeah.
Maybe this rook should come back. Yeah. Now rook e2, b4, rook c2, right?
Yeah.
Actually, you can't defend it, so counter attack. Rook takes c3, rook takes d5, then f3 is also... No, f3 is not hanging because your d6 was hanging. Knight c4. Oh, now it's...
But rook d5. Yeah.
Now knight f3?
King f1. Knight h2, king e1.
Oh, is
now
he going to repeat?
No, rook d7 is coming. The king d1. Yeah.
King d1.
This seems to be slightly better for white because a6 is falling.
Only chance is if this pawn gets any tactically...
Yeah, but no, black's pawn is faster maybe.
Yeah. वो तो सिर्फ एक ही pawn पे पूरा दाव लगा दिया है ना.
23 seconds for Raunak to figure out कि भाई...
Oh, and 12 seconds for Nihal.
Yeah.
This h pawn is rolling.
But now rook h8. King g... Oh, there is no... No, I don't think Nihal
now
will...
they'll repeat.
No, he won't repeat.
H5. No?
Although he has 2-point lead, so he might be okay. But he goes rook c4, attacking b4, knight a6, king g7. Now maybe...
Yeah, now he'll repeat.
Yeah. Raunak thinks for a second, should I accept a draw here? For Raunak, this might mean that the 3-point deficit still remains. Yeah.
Yeah. The next game begins. E4, e5, knight c3. What's this?
Yeah, I think it's Raunak's way of... I mean, it's Nihal who is white. So Nihal is just playing now some offbeat things, yeah? He plays b3 sometimes. He plays e4, e5, knight c3. I think for him, in general, it's become like the opening is a phase.
Yeah.
So, you know, guys, suppose you are an expert at something, like anything. Let's say you are an artist or a musician. At some point, I do remember, Amruta, there was this phase when Sonu Nigam, I think, very famous Bollywood singer, he was very well known for his Bollywood songs, right?
Right.
But he started doing some training in different forms of music. I mean, someone who is well versed with music might be more aware of it. But he just wanted to expand his understanding of the art. Rather than, by the way, this is not a good move because of h4, g4, and then sack bishop g4, hg4, knight g4.
Oh, will Raunak play h4? This is his chance. He has to take this opportunity. Well, yeah, continue. Then he expanded his music repertoire, you can say maybe.
Yes, and he started like it was more. By the way, long castle here. And I think Raunak,
very dangerous for white.
But I'm a bit surprised that Raunak didn't get this. And you know, if this was the first game of today, Raunak would have done this. But now with these 13 games played or 14 games, he has become a little bit. There is this dynamic in the match,
Correct.
which is like Nihal is seeing more things than myself, and I don't want to risk it. Something of that sort.
And Nihal immediately stopped this h4 plan, yeah, by going bishop g5.
Yeah.
Like another chance he didn't give. Well, this exchange somehow favors white dramatically because he's losing the d5 pawn.
Savita says, is there any way to check whether you have original CB16? Thought to ask because many people face this issue. You should have the serial key and you should have bought it from a verified source.
But Sagar, what is your point about Sonu Nigam?
So he
Jaldi ka batao
so he should he became he did some things to expand his understanding of the art, and I think that is what Nihal is doing right now by playing various different openings and not really sticking with just the main lines or stuff like that. He's like, let me try b3, let me try different openings, let me see what happens there, and I think it helps him. Maybe at some point he will revert back to main lines.
Yes.
And he would have much more understanding of chess.
I can tell you something about Nihal. Should I? When we went to Olympiad, okay, they're playing these ultra bullets, right? So Nihal, Pragnanda and AD, they three were playing. And I said, Nihal, I really was inspired from your games and I played h4 in my bullet sessions. Can you please play one game h4 for me? He said, yeah, h4 is a good opening. Of course I can. It's not like, something. And then I played h4. And then he starts beating. He beats Pragnanda. He beats AD. And then they all start playing h4. And so many games of h4, and it's like a theory. Like I have to release those videos. He played amazing.
It will come on clips.
It has chess, so I'm not sure it will come on main channel or clips. That you can decide based on the entertainment value.
I thought you will say it will come on main channel, but now you are like, oh, I will think about it.
Yeah. Okay, and then it was a lot of fun. So h4 also, it's like Nihal is like, come on, it's a good opening. That kind of.
Yeah, it's like white has the first move. If you play h4, you might lose the small advantage, but you can't be worse after playing h4.
Yes.
A lot of people putting in statistics in the chat. Yes, Nihal is right now India number 6 because Narayanan SL has reached 2. By the way, Raunak has again begun his attack. Somehow Nihal couldn't play the best moves. G5 was a very nice move. H4. And now
this looks very dangerous for white after h4.
But Raunak has to play accurately. Okay, queen d3. Now can we take on g3? And then
I'll have to go back.
You go back. Then I switch my queen over to h7. Yeah.
He goes first.
But now rook h1. No, rook h1 is a nice move because and Nihal finds it.
That's a good
this little defensive ideas. But if he had taken first, maybe that was better. I don't know.
Correct.
Bishop f3.
Rook e7. He's planning to double on the e file.
Yeah, but now queen takes f5 is hanging. That might be something that he has missed. Yeah, he snatches that pawn. Rook e8 and maybe rook e1.
This one?
Yeah, but there is rook e1. I think is a mistake, Amruta.
Why?
Because of rook takes e2 and then hg3 and then you lose the h1 rook. So queen g4 was the right move, but he goes queen d3.
That's a blunder, huge blunder because of rook e3.
Yeah,
you just lose a
so
piece. Oh my god.
Here it was important to put the queen on g4 and defend it this way.
And I think this is the first blunder which we are seeing from Nihal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And Raunak is relaxed, a little bit relaxed already.
He lost a piece there. Okay, rook, knight takes f4, loses the queen. Nice shot.
Oh, look at
Nihal. Not happy.
He just missed it. He's like, how did I miss it?
Yeah, it happens. And now Amruta 6.5 to
this
one
will boost Raunak's confidence now.
One more win for Raunak.
Important.
And it's come at a time where we had almost written him off because 3-point deficit. But with 2, it doesn't look so bad now. And one more win.
Right.
And Raunak has white.
But you know what? Now Nihal has lost. You lose and then next game you're like, dude, no more. That kind of an attitude. So we will see how it goes. Knight a3. It's the same thing again. They have played. He's moved a knight. He went f4 and similarly h6.
I
So this
think
time,
I think this is Raunak's style of playing this position. Because there are many ways to play it, but I think Raunak has developed this way here. B5 is a nice move. I think Nihal has understood that the main weakness for white is this D3 pawn. So he has got his bishop's eye there.
so everyone was like GG for the last game. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was very interesting one.
Guys, just to tell you about the age of both these players, Raunak is 15 years old. He was born in 2005 and his birthday is in December. So he will turn 16 this December. Nihal is born in 2004 and his birthday is, I think, July maybe. So he's already 17 years old.
Yeah, I think Sagar, you remember so many dates, and I'm never going to face a situation where you're going to forget the anniversaries, and you know I get that chance. Ki, Sagar, tum bhool gaye. Now you have to.
D4 is a nice move. F4 is hanging.
Exactly. That was a joke.
These are statistical things which I remember, but not so sure about remembering when was our first date and all of that.
Pointless, yeah. H5.
13 July says. Okay, 13 July. Got it.
E takes D4.
Yeah. And now, guys, this was actually a bad move by Nihal. I think here he had to. So, firstly, G5. He didn't have to go H5 as such. There was this move E5 at the right time. Even here, you know, I think Nihal had this ability to play this move E5 and then take this. But he went knight h7 and now Raunak has landed up in a nice position with this move G6 and it's completely winning. The reason is that the E6 pawn is hanging. And that's a big thing because now if FG6, Queen E6 and then Queen G6, he's gone knight F8, but now knight E5 check is a powerful move because knight E5, Fe and the rook attacks here. He goes G5, but now Queen H5. Whoa, Raunak Sadhwani making a big comeback, it seems to me. Now Nihal has to take here, I think, because Queen F7 is a massive threat. And if Raunak manages to win this game, he will have only 1 point deficit. Bishop F6 has been played. And now Bishop E4 with the idea of Bishop H7. Ooh. I think Raunak's going to find this move. It is one of the moves which you can attack like in the position. And also, there are other ideas like Rook D2, Bishop E4, Rook G2, swing the Rook over. This is getting very intense, guys. Do you think Raunak will win and bring down... Oh, he plays Bishop E4. What a move. G6. Raunak, Nihal is like, let me get my queen to the other side. But you can already take... He says, I don't want to even exchange this. He goes Queen G4. Knight E7. And now, remember, this is hanging. So he goes Rook to C1. Okay. But Nihal will now get his knight to F5. He goes first Bishop C8, but some discovered check like knight D4. But knight D4, he's like Queen B6. I want to pin it this way. But hey guys, knight E3 maybe. Knight E3, knight C4. He goes knight to B4. Okay. What is his plan? Where does he want to move his knight? I really like knight E3, knight C4. That would have been such a great maneuver. Queen D6, knight C6. Okay. Take on C6, I guess. Rook takes C6. Very solid play by Raunak Sadhwani here. He's playing beautiful chess. Rook D7. And now, how should we continue? By the way, beautiful. Look at this. Look at this variation. Take on G6. Whatever you take back with knight E4 attacks the queen and the bishop, and you lose that. But he goes knight E5, bishop E5, F5, queen E5.
Oh, Raunak is beating again?
Yeah, he's winning here. But it's like, you know, Amruta, he has to finish off his opponent, which is never easy.
Also when the opponent is Nihal.
Yeah. But I think rook
But here
e1.
the black king looks really exposed, man.
And mainly, it's even white king is exposed, but white pieces are so active.
100. Okay, he goes queen e2 with the idea of h5. No. Okay, that was some glitch. He went h5.
h5, knight f5. And now, can we take here?
I was seeing,
And
but then
what
rook e6. No, I don't think it's
And
going
rook
to be enough.
f5.
Oh, there is a pin there.
Yeah,
on
there's
the
a pin
G5.
here. Yeah, he takes it. He takes that.
Oh, in fact, bishop f5, right, Sagar? If rook e6, then bishop f5.
Yeah.
That's a...
And what about
Skewer.
queen e6?
Still bishop f5.
Then there is this check. So, not sure. Bishop. This is important.
Queen e6, then you can go rook f5 maybe. But then king...
Yeah, this is possible.
King
And then rook
f8.
f5, rook f7. You know, Nihal will...
So many pins are happening in a
Yeah.
way if you compare.
You are pinned this way, so the
Yeah.
pawn cannot move. But you are also pinned this way if you take
Correct.
with the rook.
Correct. So actually queen
Oh, he
e6
goes
is the
rook
best way
f7.
to continue.
But Amruta-
but rook f7 is a blunder, it seems. Knight f8
Yeah,
मार के g6 मर रहा है क्या?
ये भी मार सकते हैं. ये भी direct hg6. What is his plan? Yeah, good move there. Rook f6.
Now bishop f5.
He takes. Yeah, this is the
Oh,
trap.
knight
which
e6 or bishop e6.
No, rook f5 was the move, Amruta, there. Rook f5. pd4. But queen. Rook. Ooh.
Baapre, this is crazy complicated for 8-10 seconds and black is winning. Nihal is winning.
I don't know whether there was
Rook
a
h1,
mouse
queen
slip.
h2 mate. हो रहा है क्या? Oh my god.
But bishop e5. Man, in that time pressure, you know, Amruta, everything went wrong for Raunak. Everything went wrong.
No, but
And now,
which was that one point where things went wrong? I'm just not understanding.
I think rook f6 was that moment. I'll just
Yeah, later
backtrack.
after the game is finished, we can show it.
Yeah. And now,
8-7.
his piece. Oh, Nihal will win this, Amruta.
I
Nihal
think
may.
it will end in a draw. This winning is not easy, right? This position again.
Yeah, it's not easy, but
2 less pawns here.
3 seconds, guys. Just imagine when you have just 3 seconds left, you can't play accurate chess.
Oh, 1 second, Gaya. 1 second. They're playing on 1 second, man.
Knight
Discovered I
d4.
check. King
Here.
d2, knight f5, and he loses the bishop.
Knight. Oh, that was a trick. Rook d5. Did you see? If you took the bishop, h5 was hanging. So, Raunak again.
He's also alert. He's also alert.
He's like, if I can get a draw here,
Yeah.
I still have chances. If I lose here, there is no chance. So b4, and I think somewhere Raunak has managed to actually. Oh my
It's going to
god!
end in a draw.
These guys are phenomenal. Phenomenal is the word. Of course, with 3 seconds, you cannot expect them to be accurate. So they did miss some tactics.
But look, Raunak is trying.
Now, no. He can't win, right?
You
Or he-
never know
Oh.
that B pawn. If
Oh.
Nihal misses anything, then it could be queen.
Oh my god!
Believe it.
Nihal lost on time. Nihal lost on time, but his position was also bad. It's 8
But he
and a
was
half,
not
7.
losing, man. He was not losing.
No, what a
You need to
turnaround.
check that game.
No.
For moment. Yeah,
don't
where
have
was
time.
the mistake? Guys, do you want the game?
Nihal lost on time for the first time ever. I've seen him losing on time. Raunak, kudos to Raunak for pushing him to that.
Man, he flagged him down.
You know, Amruta, here the last position, I guess knight e7 had to be found. So that
Knight
if you
E7 is
queen,
very difficult if that is the only move.
take and knight c6 check.
Check. Ah.
And
But
it was
Sagar,
still a
just
draw.
that one moment if you can show where things just changed.
So that moment
के
where
बाद, yeah.
things changed totally was this moment. Rook f6. Raunak is totally winning here. So if he plays knight f8, rook f8, he is then better, clearly. Okay, there is nothing much. He's piece up, like he's
Yeah.
couple of pawns up. He can go rook f3 and then he can go this way. But there are so many pins here, it's not easy, you know.
Yeah,
So he took
played
bishop f5.
What?
Rook f5 was better, but he went bishop e6. Now rook e1 had to be played, but he played this. This was a blunder.
Acha.
Because this is a very natural move. And rook f5. Now the thing is, if you take the queen, then rook f1, and bg4.
Oh, this discovered. Where
Ha.
there is a pin, there is also discovered.
So here, if he had gone rook g5, Nihal would have won the game completely.
कैसे? Rook g5.
It's
Rook
mate.
g5, king h1, and then rook h5.
No, bd5 is mate. Like, it's over.
Acha.
So, but rook h5 was a mistake, and now, so you know, both sides, had
5 seconds
chances.
mein it is difficult to miss so many
What?
tactics.
They reached endgame?
I think it's good.
They reached an endgame already.
Yeah.
That was a crazy game. And Nihal lost. So now the deficit is just 1 point, guys. Raunak Sadhwani is saying that, look, I may be down, but I'm not out. I'll fight till the bitter end. By the way, what is this pawn endgame going to be? Again, Raunak playing. Oh, by the way, if EF is taken there, knight a5, c4 is hanging, king d4. I'm not sure that this endgame is going to end in a draw. They are fighters. Take, knight e5. Knight d8 maybe. Goes knight e6 check. Okay. King has to move. King e3. King c5. Now Nihal. Yeah, now Nihal has to play carefully. Yeah, this endgame, he shouldn't lose this because this looks slightly preferable for black. Like knight h4, there is f4. And then king c5. Raunak has space on his side. Oh, king e5. He went up. He went up here. And now f3. Maybe f3 is important now. Because if he doesn't do f3, he might just lose a pawn. So Raunak is careful. Yeah, good move by Raunak. Now take this. Now save your knight. Maybe here. Oh, he goes king c4. Wow, that's a accurate thinking. Like now here, b5, b4, b3. Does that work? King b4, forced, right? Careful. I don't know the card. There I kept it. Knight b1. Now king c4 important. Raunak has to play so many accurate moves. King e5. Ooh, why did Raunak had to give up his knight is a big question to me because now he has to see, like in this position, he could have gone back with his knight and played it, but perhaps like then a6. But the way he's played this, he's now got to be very accurate. Can he go b5, b4, b3 in the position like b5, a5, b4, a4, b3? I think that's the plan. King d3. Okay. Yeah, guys, do like the stream if you're enjoying this. I think it's going to be super exciting. What is this? Last one. This might be the last game in 3+0. And then we go to bullet with just 1 point deficit. If, yeah, he holds it. He holds it. He holds it. Beautiful. Raunak. Well done. And Nihal being pushed like anything in this match. a3, a6. Yeah. Take the knight. Take the pawn. Draw. And I think that's the end of this segment. And we are going to go to 30 minutes of bullet chess where the score is 9-8. You can see that Raunak is happy. While Nihal is a bit dejected because somewhere he's not happy with the games that have the way they have transpired, you know. So Guys, this is going to resume in like 5 minutes from now. But Gaurav Goswami, thank you for becoming backer of Indian chess. Avinash Balaji says, what a freaking contest. Exactly. That's why these juniors are so good. And we all know how good Nihal is. But Raunak hasn't played too many Olympiads. Raunak hasn't played in some of the events. But he's tremendous. Yeah, he's 2600 plus ELO. Rakshit says Nihal is sad because he lost 30 ELO points. Yeah. Let's see. The thing is, although Raunak Nihal is very good at bullet. Amruta, by the way, 3+0 segment is over. The score is 9-8.
Score is
9-8 in the favor of Nihal.
अच्छा.
So only 1 point.
रौनक ने बहुत कवर कर दिया है.
हाँ, he won 2 matches. By the way, guys, is it okay if we can eat on stream?
You can eat on stream.
Yeah, if you're okay, then maybe we should. Because then otherwise it will be quite late.
Guys, did you have dinner? And if yes, क्या खाया? It's been a long time since
you asked this question.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, I must tell you that the winner of this event qualifies to Speed Chess Championship, which is going to be an event between 16 top players of the world. There are all the top players. I think many top players are playing. Nakamura, Grishchuk, I think Ali Reza. There are many. And there are 15 who have been selected, and 1 seat is from this event. And that will go to the winner. And I think he'll face Nakamura in the first round.
Whenever we ask what are you eating, and when you say pizza, and हमने खाया है दाल खिचड़ी, तब पिज्जा खाने का मन होता है. तो अभी कितना भी कुछ भी बोलो तो अभी पिज्जा ही खा रहे हैं. चलने वाला है. हाँ, यस, शशांक के लिए ब्रेकफास्ट टाइम है. ओट्स एंड फिल्टर कॉफी. चाय एंड रोटी. Like that.
People are saying cheese-based India. Cheese-based is a very common thing.
Common mistake.
When we go to banks and give our thing, sir, cheese-based India का registration करना है. Like नहीं chess-based है. अच्छा, then they understand. Okay. Can we have our bullet friend Samay, please?
पूछो.
Let's ask him.
उसका शो रहेगा या नहीं रहेगा?
पता नहीं कहाँ पे. Maybe he has a stand-up show today.
मुझे भी फील हो रहा है.
Yeah, I think he has a show today, guys. So maybe he will not possible for him to join.
Sandeep Roy super chats and says everything we do in life is for food. If we didn't need food, we wouldn't have worked at all. Never skip food, please.
Yeah. Oh, he's called.
तुम वो बोलने वाले स्ट्रीम पे हो या बोलो ही मत उसको.
Hello sir, I'm on stream.
Sir,
I'm on stream.
what?
मैं स्ट्रीम पे हूँ.
कुछ भी मत बोलो.
अच्छा, turn on video.
टर्न वीडियो नहीं ऑन हो सकता.
अरे 1 सेकंड के लिए फोन से कर लो.
हाँ.
Look at this.
What? Oh, Vaibhav. Oh
My God.
Oh.
Amazing.
Wow. Where are you guys? Where are you?
बॉम्बे जस्ट मेरा शो था. बहुत मजा आया. एंड डिफीटेड वैभव सेठिया. उसका बहुत उसमें और भी मजा आया. नाउ डिफीटिंग हिम अगेन. And look, hello.
Oh, Vivek. Hi, Vivek Desai. How are you?
अभी बिस्वा भी था अभी बिस्वा आएगा वापस. He's gone out with Kaniz and a friend. He's gonna come back.
यार हम
What are
लोग
you guys
जब
up to?
मुंबई
What
में
are you
नहीं
streaming?
रहते तभी ये सब प्लान बनाते हो तुम.
अरे मैं तो आते रहता हूँ.
हाँ.
आप क्या कर रहे हो?
एक
स्क्रीन
मिनट
पे क्या
में
कर रहे हो?
लेट मी शो द चैट. दिखाओ आपका बोर्ड. हाँ ये देखो गाइस. वैभव इज हियर. दे आर प्लेइंग एंड समय विवेक इज हियर. Awesome,
What are you
awesome.
streaming, bro?
I'm streaming Nihal Sarin's Junior Speed Chess Championship with Raunak Sadhwani.
Oh, अरे nice guy.
And we got to
कैसे
know
आज
you are facing a 1900 opponent in some tournament. We have to practice
which oh in the future
in winners to stay.
in winners to stay. Yes for sure. By yesterday I almost beat a 2100. Or he had come to my show and after the show we played a game. मैं उसको +5 position में था. In the end I had a queen. He had 2 rooks. It was a drawn position. But then he was like, hey. Then he was like, अबे क्या ऐसा draw करोगे क्या अभी ऐसे, and he started trash talking and then I got very lalchi and I blundered and then he won. But I was so close.
What
to
was his
beating him.
rating?
2076 or something, and his FIDE is 1700.
Wow. Congrats.
Thank you, bhai.
Enjoy your time with Vaibhav. Vaibhav, समय को please हराना एक game so that he takes it seriously. Don't give him easy time.
I hope so, man. It's always fun.
बट वैभव ये क्या खेल रहे हो? बिशप h8 पे, नाइट h6 पे, ये क्या? अच्छा बिशप f8 पे. हाँ ओके. ओ यू प्लेड द डच डिफेंस. ओ इंटरेस्टिंग. d6.
Hey.
Okay. Let's end this.
Cheating only in relationship, not in chess, bhai.
See you. Bye all. Guys, match has begun and we are just in time. We were 15 seconds late. Sorry for that, but talking to Samay was really nice. And Bullet, let's see who comes out on top. Yeah. G5 by Nihal. Already Raunak seems to be better in this position, Amruta. If he wins one game, that will equalize the score.
Yeah.
And it's not 1 plus 0. It is 1 plus 1. Amruta, come on. You don't want to come in the frame at all?
No, I'm eating, no?
Acha. So people can only see your half face. Okay. Look at this, guys. One open file for Raunak. But he has to break from the queen side. Amruta making clips. Everyone saw it. Oh, so now what Amruta will do is she'll take the video from here, audio from the stream, video from her camera, and she'll make a clip.
No, I didn't know we had the audio, so I thought I'll post. Everyone will lip read what Samay was saying.
No, we have the audio.
Oh, cool. Oh,
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Sound issue बोल रहे सब.
Hello. Very low voice. It so happens, guys, when I use an app while streaming, I've understood this. Then things go wrong somehow. But let me. Maybe now the sound could be better. I don't know. But I think, guys, is it better? Is it okay? Nihal is back in the game. Queen G1. Oh, Nihal is getting the point here, I think, Amruta. If he enters. Maybe not. Maybe it's still equal like King C2. But it looks dangerous. Check, come here, all bishops. If you take here, then this is hanging. Oh, oh, look at this fork पे fork. मैं fork दूंगा, तुम भी fork दोगे. ये देखा guys? Fork, fork. What a beautiful sequence. Love it. Love how these two youngsters, एक गेम उनकी जो मैच है उसमें पूरा टैक्टिक्स का बुक बन सकता है यार. New. Oh, E7, E7, Raunak winning. E7. Push करो.
खुश रहो.
B7. Oh, Raunak जीत रहा है. Queen. Queen take D6. Man, Raunak won. King E4. He has won it. The scores are tied. Nihal can't believe what he just did. Raunak is in super form right now, guys. What a match. Okay, my food is done. So I'm back. Nihal is like, you can't play with me this way. I'm pawn up now. Clearly better. Bishop E2, knight C6. BG4, take, and D4. That could be a good idea. Yeah. On knight D4. Can we take on E2 now? What do you take? Oh, knight D4 now? Knight D4. Guys, this is getting a little bit nervy. Queen F6. Good move. Rook E8 check. Oh, Queen A6. Stopping him from castling. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Queen to C4. Now, white can't castle in this position. Amruta, the scores are tied.
Unbelievable.
9-all, 9-all, yeah.
What a match. B6. And now who's putting pressure? I think
Nihal, yeah.
Even with his king in the center on D2.
He's pawn up. Nihal is like...
King is very safe. But this is a very clear position without much complications. This one doesn't seem like, Raunak can find any counter play.
Rook C8 maybe?
Then Rook
E7.
E7.
Rook E8. Queen D5. Queen takes D5. Oh, this Nihal is striking back. Hello Sagar, just curious, what is your 5-minute puzzle rush record? I haven't tried it seriously yet, but could be around 50, maybe. White won. White has won this, guys. Guys, abhi audio kaisa hai? Is the audio good? Let's do it this way so that you guys don't have any problems. I want to give you the best possible experience of this bullet match. Knight E1. Nihal has 1 point lead. It's 1 plus 1. Goes knight to G4. Now the thing is, Raunak has a small edge in this kind of endgame. F3. Knight D3. CD. Okay. Now knight C4. Bishop E3. So rook D1 and you want to play D4 at the right time. Yeah, now D4 should be good. D4 and Raunak is pushing, guys. ED. Oh, he goes A4 pehle. Yeah, maybe D4 was better. Now, ooh, knight C5. King C7. Knight to E3, rook D8. Rook takes D8. Well, I get a feeling that here maybe Nihal is slightly better because his rook is entering in the position with rook d2 here. Yeah, rook c2. King b6. King is coming in. You know, the thing about Nihal is that he's able to not just find tactics but also some great moves. Can we go a5? But then there is king b5. Also, e4 is hanging. So he went e5 in the position. Yeah, let's keep it here. Is the sound good or is it low? I think, Amruta, the sound somehow after Samay's call, what happened is because I used the device in two places, the same device, and I shouldn't be doing that, it affected the sound.
But it's like so low, kya, right now?
Hmm.
So maybe you can put the direct speaker, like the computer ka mic.
No,
for
let's
a moment.
do this. No, it's
Okay.
fine.
Show me.
No, it's okay. We'll do it like 5 minutes. You can hold 5 minutes. Yeah. Teamwork,
Was
guys.
that
Teamwork.
the same game?
No, he
No,
lost.
see.
Nihal has 1 point
Okay, so 1
advantage.
point lead here. So Nihal is pressing here. He is a pawn up, but rook end game. This to convert should be possible.
Yeah,
because,
I think so.
Defending is also difficult.
Check on c8. Rook. Oh, king.
Rook king takes b4, na? Rook d7 check. That's king c king.
Ab rook d5. Rook d5. Oh, rook f7. Okay. So rook c7.
Maybe just provoke white to do something first. Maybe you want to attack this pawn.
No, rook f7. He'll go
Yeah,
rook
rook
f7.
f7 is a problem, but you will have to give one pawn.
No, rook f7, rook g5. Oh, he's got
No,
it.
rook g5 or rook b7.
Ha, king a5. And then you have like complete.
Right.
Oh, takes? What? This endgame is drawn.
ऐसे क्या?
Oh, he
No, it
calculated
can't
or
be
what?
drawn. No,
Oh,
no, it
b5
can't
he
be
missed. He missed
drawn.
b5. I think he missed
Oh.
b5 and Nihal saw it. And Nihal is like, what's happening? What's wrong? I'm winning, right? And Nihal wins. 2 victories on a trot for Nihal. And now Nihal has 2-point lead once again. But guys, if Raunak can strike back in this game, you never know. Also, the thing is, Amruta, even if the endgames are just very, very drawish, they are not agreeing to any draws. They are
Correct.
fighting.
Correct. Rule book. Did you just try activating the audio one?
Yeah, it's okay, Amruta.
Okay.
Hello. Guys, my audio is pretty good, right? Now? Or is it not good? Should be very good, I think. It's very good.
For me, it is good.
Drew. They just drew very quickly. So with black, now Raunak can fight with white. And he's playing this endgame.
This end game, I can't even imagine that, white can really try to get any.
No, I think white can. Because now Amruta last game,
Huh?
he had gone knight c4. Now he improves with knight b3. But knight c4 was also good last time he had played. Oh, this see a4, a5.
Oh,
You're getting some
nice
play.
try to create a weakness here.
Yeah.
Also, here also he will go for f4.
f4, yeah.
Both
Yeah.
the sides. Oh, Raunak has played really fast. Look at his time. 1 minute 5 seconds.
Oh, wow.
He's 10 seconds more.
He also is like that angry young boy, right? When he loses, he's like, ab dikhata hu, like that kind of a thing. Rook b8. And now can you go f5, Amruta? So that then you go g4. And he's, yeah, h5.
Oh, even now you can go f5 with the idea later g4 break. And
You know
this
what
will be
Gary
a backward
Kasparov
pawn.
would have said about h4? He would be like, no, that's a bad move. And I'm like, why? So you have dark squared bishop. Why do you want to put another pawn on dark squares? And h5 by Nihal was a very nice move.
But the point is, Sagar, after f5 g4, this will be a backward
Correct,
pawn, no?
correct,
Like if
correct.
white has this pawn like this.
True.
Okay, anyway, the play is happening on the queen
I
side.
think they might agree to a draw now because they are just moving back and forth on that A6
So now
pawn.
A6 is hanging, he has to go rook A. Acha, it was black to play.
But now rook b5, rook
Rook
b6,
A2 maybe.
and now knight. Ah, okay.
Oh, but black's rook is going to become activated, right? Huh, Sagar?
Huh?
Black ka rook at
Huh,
some
it can
point
get
is going
activated.
to move to A2. He
Yeah.
stops that right now. Knight A3, king D7. Rook G1. Yeah, he's trying to go for G4.
Yeah.
What should black do here?
I like
Because F5 is
F5
a
F5
threat.
खेलो. हाँ
नहीं,
F5 खेल.
white का threat है ना.
अरे but white का मुंह था.
Rook H7.
Can we go H5 H6? Oh, I think Raunak is pushing. Raunak is pushing, guys, because G7 is a big weakness. H5 H6 करना है अपने को. And bishop
But
F2.
H5, rook G7,
Ah.
you are okay with that.
Yeah.
Look at
Oh,
his
he
knight
gets
on
the knight on
D5
D5. What maneuvering. Great play. B4. Takes. ऐसा लग रहा है for now that Raunak cannot lose this. But in bullet, anyone can lose any game. Check. King C2.
दो 5 मिनट हो गए.
बट इधर रखोगे तो कैसे चलेगा ना?
क्यों? सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है क्या?
नहीं.
हाँ, अभी इधर रखा है.
Let's finish this, no, Amruta? It's okay.
Okay.
Bishop A5. Knight D3. Takes. He stopped E5 from coming into the position. H5 now. King D6. Oh, H6 is on the cards. Rook H5,
Oh
Rook
नहीं,
G6.
अभी तो he took the pawn ना.
Now
He's
knight-
okay with it.
Now 95 is a threat. Yeah, there's
now
too
it will go in rook endgame. and
there's
it will
too
be a-
little material. Only thing that you have to take care of. Now take the knight. Draw in another draw incoming, guys. Somewhere
हाँ, बोलो.
Nihal has Raunak has to get one win. Only then, because right now he's trailing the match by 2 points. F6, but bullet में कुछ भी हो सकता है. By the way, overall this was a pretty high level game. This one. Oh, is the F pawn going to queen, Amruta? Is the F pawn? No, I don't think so. No.
नहीं, 90,
It's reached. It's
you
reached
don't have
there.
to check.
Oh,
95.
nice. यार forks ये लोग इतना अच्छे से देख लेते हैं. 95 and take the pawn. Draw.
And the score is 11.5 versus
Flip.
9.5.
Yeah. So Nihal now playing with the white pieces. He would, if he wins, Amruta. How many minutes still left in the match? It's on the
Oh, sorry.
13 more minutes left.
अच्छा, last 13 minutes.
13 minutes, हाँ. तो 13 minutes में अगर निहाल अभी 13 minutes में 1+1 है ना, तो पकड़ लो अराउंड 3 मिनट का एक गेम होता है, अराउंड 3 minutes रफली, और मे बी स्लाइटली मोर इफ यू हैव 40-50 moves. So 3.5. That means 13 minutes में 4 गेम, 4 से 5. But now what has happened is that Nihal has already got a winning position here. So he will have a plus 3 lead, I think, no? He's 2 point, yeah, plus
12
3.
and 10, okay.
So then there will be chance to play 3 more games. But Raunak will have to win all 3. Which will be almost close to impossible.
But if he does that, it's tremendous. It's going to be tremendous. Well, this position, Nihal is clearly better right now because of exchange up. The materially only is better.
But somewhere, you know, Amruta, I think the white king is slightly weak. So you might...
थोड़ा possibility है कि Nihal can still go wrong in time pressure. So that possibility is there. It's not without any counterplay as of now. A bit of it exists.
Yeah.
Rook F1. Yeah, this E5 pawn is actually something that if white loses, that will give a good chance. Now it's under... Oh. Is white losing the E5 pawn?
Yeah,
But
he
not
might.
yet,
Rook
yeah?
d2
But
first.
without queens, it's okay.
And
Bishop
also,
f5.
yeah, he saves the pawn.
He saves it.
I don't see this game going
Sorry.
in any other direction than for Nihal. And once Nihal wins this, guys,
Yeah.
13. And also, the more time that you take to win this, the better it is for Nihal, because it'll be like you will be just left with 10 minutes then
Yeah.
in the match.
Maybe at some point soon, Raunak may resign because he'll get more games.
I doubt. Oh,
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah, what?
Can you please
hold a
talk?
mic?
No, you talk.
I thought this is a trophy.
No, you can talk.
Yeah, so
Guys, she's just predicting what Raunak's going to do.
yeah, because we're seeing it. Now he really needs more games. This is critical towards the end. We have look at this queen on f3 right now.
What is going to
Raunak.
happen with that queen?
I think Raunak is going to be attacking crazy. He's going to go a little bit desperate here in this game, and he may win this.
Acha.
Look, he's attacking crazy. Look at this.
Exactly. Amruta, what is our future like?
अरे फ्यूचर शाह तो तुम हो ना, तुमने तो प्रेडिक्ट कर लिया है ना. But I am also there, future, and I am arguing your future predictions. So, guys. Anyway, h5, g5. Look at this. Right now, it can.
Naveen Bharadwaj, thank you for becoming pillar of Indian chess. Thank you so much.
ये bishop on f1 is like dead, right? दुखी है ना, काफी दुखी है.
But knight खुश है क्योंकि g3 से f5 पे जा सकता है knight.
हाँ, that's true. c3. What is the idea of this move c3? What happened? तुम्हारा आवाज नहीं आ रहा है क्या?
नहीं मतलब काफी देर तक पकड़ा ना
कहाँ
तुम.
2 ही मिनट पकड़ा है मैंने.
Also, you know, Amruta, what we can do is to make it a little lighter.
That is what I thought, but then फिर भी.
You know, this comes with a magnetic base, so we can remove it. Once again, Nihal has. I think Amruta, your prediction went wrong somehow.
इसके लिए जो भी बोल रहे फ्यूचर का मेरा आर्गुमेंट may not happen. Stay true.
Yeah, now it's done. Like the thing is, just a second. Like you have 9 minutes 24 seconds left, and you are 3 points down. And look at Nihal, yeah, like super focused.
इधर तो you can't like बुलेट चल रहा है ना, एक सेकंड भी इधर उधर नहीं देख सकते हैं.
Yeah.
You can't be distracted.
Absolutely. And the knight is just a monster here. I feel Amruta Raunak did whatever he could, the best.
Yeah.
But somewhere Nihal, I think Raunak couldn't convert those great positions which he got. Now f3 falls.
Also, it is not very easy to, keep playing accurately when you are playing bullet chess. Oh, black wins.
It's a smart move again by Raunak. He's still trying somewhere to win like quick wins. But I think the more games you resign, the more points
also,
you're.
The point difference is also huge.
Yeah, 4 points difference. And now it's like 8 minutes. So you have to win every game in 2 minutes. 4 games. Theoretically, this is the last chance.
Oh.
Theoretically. Even this might not be enough.
That too when he's with black.
Yeah.
I like that how Nihal went rookie 1 first, rookie 2 और इधर pawn बाद में push हो जाएगा, but ये rook is placed.
I don't even understand why he did this rookie 1 rookie.
But it looked great.
Yeah, it looked nice.
A4.
Knight d2. Okay, Nihal once again slightly better here. I think he will play e4 maybe.
Yeah, e4 a break at the right time.
Now is the time, Amruta.
Is this?
Mm-hmm.
वो ऐसा रहता है ना, you really like somebody, like a girl or a boy, and you want to propose, but then you fear कि वो ना बोलेंगे तो क्या. So that right moment, it's like the pawn breaks, the critical pawn breaks.
But in bullet chess, you don't have so much time to.
Bullet में नहीं, हाँ, that's true.
Knight g6. F4 is a
Oh, the
very
central
tempting
pawns
move,
are going to
but
be
I
deadly,
think
na?
this is a move where you get into tough position because bishop c5.
King
Now
H1.
king moves b4. Okay, very good.
Oh, where is the knight going to go? Because now c3
Ha,
is also going to come.
c3, but
Oh, these pawns are so deadly. I thought
deadly.
white's central pawns are going to be deadly, but
yeah.
ulta ho raha hai.
Black पहले पहुंच गया. So now Nihal has to. I think Nihal should take on c3. Just give back, yeah.
So that the complications are at least settled down a bit.
And he should play on this game. I mean, he's worse. He's pieced down, but play it for another 1 minute. This game. Don't resign.
Oh, that way, yeah, that trick you were
Oh.
saying. But
Oh, what a tactic by Nihal Sarin!
Queen d4
What
double
a
attack.
tactic by Nihal Sarin, guys. Raunak is like, man, this Nihal is so tricky. Just when I thought I was a piece up, Nihal sacrifices that rook on c5, double attack on g7 and c5.
No, G7 sudden aa gaya na. Everything was happening on the queen side. Man, that was brilliant.
यही मैं बोलता हूँ ना निहाल सरीन इवन व्हेन ही लूजेस अ पीस और समथिंग ना अमृता या आई थिंक दैट्स ओवर नाउ 5 point deficit.
Now the match should be in a way over. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, knight c5 Rakshit had mentioned. By the way, my analogy was loved by everybody. Sagar Shah effect. That's what they said.
Very nice Amruta, but
Maybe it would be the analogy which you had mentioned some time back and some. Okay. What is this happening? अच्छा G pawn दोनों का गया है. Tell me any chance for Raunak if he wins this? Like any chance at all?
no.
So how many games are left? Let's say 5 minutes. That means we'll have only
2 games.
2 games at the most, and
Yeah.
the difference is 5.
Yeah.
So in a way, even last game it wouldn't have really made a difference, even if he would have won the last games.
No, if he would have won, then the deficit would have he would have
Okay,
been
उल्टा
3
हो
points.
जाता.
Yeah,
ठीक है. थोड़ा chance था.
thoda
उसका chance.
theoretical chance. Now it's no chance, almost. But okay,
Mic लेके.
it seems more like that commentators who stand on the ground with the mic in their hand. It's like that. It's not so weird because they have heard commentary. So guys, this is the right now I'm going to give you a pitch report. The pitch is moist and batting first over here would be good. But for now, rook comes to g4, attacking the pawn on h4. It goes back. It wants to now switch over to the c file. But that might not be a great idea because there are no entry points down the c file. So king f1 has been played. And right now, Raunak Sadhwani thinking what is the way in which I can create some play against Nihal Sarin. He plays his bishop to c3, blocking the c file. But f4 by Nihal, he's like, I'm 5 points ahead, but who cares? I just want to win another game because winning is what I love doing. Bishop f3, now take on e3. He plays b5, trying to go b4 to unsettle the bishop on c3, and the rook will enter down the c file. b4, the bishop has to move, and the rook comes in. That is Nihal's rook. But can we go rook b1 and protect the pawn on b2? Maybe not. Oh, e4, what's that move? Can we not just take it and take on b2? It takes on b2, d5. It seems like Nihal's going to win one more game. King to d3. And now takes another pawn. What a guy this Nihal Sarin is. He's going to win and he's won 6 games. There you have Raunak Sadhwani. A small smile on his face.
There was a smile actually.
Yeah, there was a smile on his face.
What is the chat saying? Damn Sagar, damn Sagar. Sagar Shah. Oh, did you see that? That is cool. Sagar Shah.
What does that mean? Sagar.
Sagar Bogle, Harsha Bogle and Sagar Shah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Vignesh says Sag Harsha.
You know what I got to know recently is that when we were commentating, and there was this director who was constantly talking in our ears that okay, next frame going to start now, this is going to happen now, get ready guys, 3 2 4, and then sometimes what would happen, this guy is not coming, so please shift, do something else, and so on. And in that someone told me that in cricket commentary what happens is that there are legends, okay, and there are commentators who are like not legendary, but they are good commentators. And so the legends don't have to worry about anyone talking in their ear. They just give their what they are saying. But the other legends, in the sense, not commentary legends, yeah, they are the legends in cricket.
Okay.
Like
The
the players who used to play before but now are commentating, like Sunil Gavaskar or all these players, who are great, commentate now, maybe someone else. And there Harsha Bhogle commentates, and he has constantly someone talking in his ear all the time.
Oh.
Like, now time for this break, time for that, talk about these statistics and something like that, like, so he has to not only talk sense about cricket, but also has to make sure that the flow is going well. I don't know if this is true.
Yeah.
It's very tough, and I think it's very complicated.
Correct. That's a nice thing to know. So many
Yeah.
things on the back end which we are not really
Yeah, sometimes, here when the director would say, now this guy is not coming today, so I would say okay, and then the crowd
exactly.
and the crowd would be like, the
और तुम
viewers,
ऐसा भी करते थे कभी-कभी, हाँ. So actually you are answering
Yeah.
them, but like
and the viewers would be like, okay क्यों बोला suddenly.
Oh, Darin and becomes a member for 9 months now. This is the 9th time.
Thank you,
back on
Darin.
Indian Chess. Thank you so much, Darin. Manasvi Mishra, will be exciting to see Nihal play under pressure in bullet against Hikaru Alireza. Go Nihal.
Yeah, of course. I think Nihal's bullet skills are very good. Didn't he play with someone recently? I don't know, with Hikaru or Alireza in some tournament, or was it someone else? No, I think there was this once we streamed a bullet event, Katara Bullet, and that was on Leechess, and it was played by SL Narayanan, and he was going to play with Bortnik, and then if he would have won, he would have played Carlson, but he lost that game. So I think, yeah, true, bullet chess is real fun to watch, and Nihal can actually give anyone a run for their money because he spots tactics very quickly. But I think when it's a match, maybe Hikaru and Alireza are still slightly stronger, but I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe.
Vishal Talavenkar says it's like one is the broadcaster and two are cricket experts. You can check it on the Saurabh Pant's podcast with Harsha Bhogle.
Acha, got it. So, who Harsha usually is the cricket expert or the broadcaster? Because
by the way, this is the last game, right, Sagar? Now, how much time is left?
yeah, this is the last game. This is over. And also Nihal is winning here. So what happens is that at the end, you end up with a score of 17 and a half, 10 and a half.
हो गया ना?
Yeah, it's over.
Game aborted.
Yeah, and well done, Nihal. Actually, Amruta, I think Nihal scored what, 17, like 17 and a half, 10 and a half. So he scored 9 or 7.5 points, and Raunak scored maybe 1.5 points in the bullet.
Yeah, exactly. Towards the end, Nihal got a lot of this thing, a lot of wins.
Yeah.
8 point tak it was really kind of equal. Yeah.
So I think, guys, that's where maybe somewhere Raunak wanted to catch up Nihal, so he was even giving up some positions where he was not totally losing, but he wanted to, like, okay, get one more chance, and then it went out of his reach. But overall, Nihal is really the stronger bullet player. But I think the match was really well balanced until the bullet portion. Raunak was just 1 point away from Nihal. In fact, he won the first bullet game and equalized it. Yeah. So I think it was a great match. Guys, did you enjoy it? And was it worth for us to stay back in Delhi and do this? I think we enjoyed it tremendously. Mainly the match, as well as we enjoyed the part where, we were interacting with all of you. I think it was great fun there. And maybe, let's see, Amruta, shall we try and call both of them?
You can try to send a link.
Yeah, if they are free, then maybe we can just invite them for a couple of minutes.
And by the way, guys, those who are asking what about the contest we had yesterday got more than 1,000 comments in the first 24 hours. Those were selected to analyze, and we have shortlisted a few ones. So in the coming days, we will also announce the winner. Definitely. But it was so good to see so many comments. Thank you. On Clips channel, we had the contest, a giveaway with Sagar and Samai's autograph on the chessboard pieces, ChessBase India board pieces. So, well, I think most of you participated there.
Yeah, if you haven't, please check out the Clips channel, and lot of people subscribe today, Amruta. Did you know this?
I didn't. I mean, I didn't. Matlab, I know that people subscribe, but a lot of people subscribe. That I don't know. Well, another thing is, yeah, they enjoyed the commentary. Also, we'll put an on Insta story about tomorrow meetup if many of you.
Yeah, anyone
or-
wants to come in the morning. There's no need to put a story. Or
Acha,
something. Maybe you can, but
yeah.
it is in Delhi, no, in Gurgaon, Westin, and maybe we can meet for some time. But I don't know if many people come. It'll get, but I don't think many will come. I don't know.
इसीलिए मैंने क्या बोला, एयरपोर्ट पे मिलेंगे तो इधर कैसा है बाइक,
But airport में ऐसा हो जाएगा कि we usually will leave late and then we will be in prime pressure.
Of course, that is one option, but the other option is इधर से अगर लोग मिलेंगे और बहुत मजा आ रहा है और फिर वापस जाने का मन नहीं हो रहा.
Yeah. By the way, we would like to thank chess.com for allowing us to use the video, and also want to tell you guys that chess.com is organizing also the speed chess championship, which is top 16 players in the world, and whoever like Nihal now qualifies for that. Will start from November 12th, so do follow that event. I think some great chess coming up.
Yes, absolutely. क्या हुआ?
Okay, 10:30 guys, 10:30 maybe. Yeah, and of course then we'll be back in Mumbai. Maybe there we'll do, if Sama is there, maybe we'll try to do something in Mumbai. But apart from that, then my plan is to go to Kolkata later in November for Tata Steel, if that works out, and then eventually to go to Dubai for World Championship, and फिर December में किधर,
गोवा में क्या है?
New Year Eve party ऐसा.
Oh guys, do you believe him?
Okay.
Oh, Rakshit Singh says कोई बैंगलोर भी आओ, बस दिल्ली and Bombay.
Yeah, no, Bangalore of course, and also there's so many cities. In fact, when we did this 1 year trip, we did go to different cities. Maybe it's time to do another 1 year trip, no?
Yeah.
Amruta?
ओ गोवा बोल दिया है तो अभी मैं थोड़ा सीरियसली क्यों ना लूं एक्चुअली. ठीक है, लेट मी
We'll
थिंक
see,
गाइस.
we'll see.
मैंने सीरियसली लिया.
Winner of JSCC plays the top seed, that is Hikaru. Yeah, it will be Hikaru versus Nihal at the Speed Chess Championship. मजा ही आ जाएगा. I think that'll be in November somewhere. And also, guys, just few announcements we made today which were nice. I want to at some point share with all of you the entire thing of doing this Chess Super League. So I'll do that. Second thing is ChessBase India Foundation, which is the Help Chess Foundation, is now charitable trust plus ATG certified. So whenever you guys contribute there, it will be, you will get tax benefits. So I'll write more about that as well. What else, Amruta?
What else?
Yeah, tomorrow we'll try to meet a few people, and on Clips channel maybe you will put up a video tonight.
Tonight, no, I don't know. I won't promise or commit anything. Whatever
No
happens
stress.
with the flow. Yes,
stress.
that is the first rule of the Clips channel. It is meant for entertainment, not anxiety, and it is not meant कि ये करना ही है types. मन है तो करना है.
I have sent the links to both of them, but I doubt whether they will come because they also have to go on the official broadcast, and I don't know. Maybe we'll wait for a few minutes, talk to you guys, and then we will.
And guys, the chess environment is happening, like, World Championship is coming close. That is going to be exciting. By the way, I'm also working on some what to say, some new T-shirt designs.
Can you show
and
that T-shirt?
which one? अरे उस पे तुमने खाना गिरा दिया.
फिर भी दिखाओ ना.
नहीं, I'll show the
Show them.
improved version.
Show them, no.
I'll show the
अरे
improved
show रे.
version.
We're going to put it out soon. Yeah, got it. Vishal Talawanekar, thanks
I don't
for.
think दिखेगा कुछ भी उधर. और इस पे
खाना गिरा है, but
गिराया है जो अभी मुझे कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा उसका.
it's सब समय का खेल है भाई, and there are all the chess pieces.
But it will also be a little bit. Yeah, that's the one of the new designs.
Okay, there are a few questions. Riga event got cancelled. Not sure yet, but could be. Could be. Why are there not many GMs from Pakistan? I think there is two IMs, but hopefully the chess will pick up there as well. I'll buy ChessBase t-shirts before I go to tournament. Yeah, that would be a good idea, Rakshit, and that would be nice. Nice.
Jeev George asks, Sagar, which player are you biggest fan of if you would like to get your chessboard signed? Good question.
Maybe all the world champions, like all those who are living right now.
मैं वही सोचा.
So
कहाँ से बुलाओगे ऊपर से?
नहीं जो जी रहे हैं. So it would be nice to have Spassky, Karpov, Kasparov, Kramnik, Anand, Carlsen. These are the like few ones that I would like to. Yes, Khushi Pai Tata Steel Chess India happens in India, that is Rapid and Blitz, and Tata Steel Classical happens in Netherlands, which is in January.
ChessBase India का ये टी-शर्ट लिंक अभी के लिए नहीं है. We will be releasing it soon. Next week, be alert. Will also when we release it, we'll let you know, of course. But be alert.
Sagar by Karpo one stream possibility. Yeah, someday it would be nice.
Did you get to hear from the players by any chance?
No, I don't know if guys they are giving interview maybe. Kolkata में chess Tata Steel maybe 17 to 21st. That seems possible, but not sure 100%.
What's my classical rating? It would be around 2078, I think.
Yeah.
Hmm?
And chess league organized by AICF, that will I think happen later in 2022. They are also coming up with a league which is very cool for chess. And I think there's also Global Chess League by Mahindras and Vishianand and FIDE, which is also very cool. So a lot of chess going to happen, all across.
Diptanu Chakrabarti says, Sagar sir, please come to Agartala, Tripura.
Yeah,
for
the
workshops.
would love to come there at some point.
Raven X Superchat says, Kabhi kabar ऐसे chill chit chat streams रखना in future.
Yeah, I would love to do this, and if people are have questions ऐसे ही बात करने के लिए, like I was really keen on talking about Chess Super League because it's something which is pretty big for at least me, Amruta and myself, and we also think that the way it was done was very cool. Like it all started with last year when there was a tweet by Mahindras, and at that point it all began. From there it has taken close to 1 year and 2 months, and since then there were different people, we spoke to different things we did, And there are so many people. At some point we thought that okay, this might not happen, but so many people like OML to played a very big role. OML is basically the company which manages Samai, and all there are many comedians that it's called Only Much Louder is the full form of it. And they were like completely with us on this. And then recently OML was bought by OML's gaming division was bought by Nordwin, and so then it became Nordwin Gaming, part of it. So Nordwin became the partner of Chess Super League. And the beautiful part about that was that Nordwin has this wonderful studio here
Yeah, it was
in
amazing.
in Delhi, in Gurgaon, and we were able to get one of the studios. And little did Samay and I know that it would be so professionally done. Like they were like the director before the day of the stream. He was like, let's go over the show flow. And we were like, अरे show flow क्या करना है? They were like, नहीं show flow करना पड़ेगा. So we were like, okay, ठीक है, show flow. And then he would say, now say that schedule is going to come up. So we would talk about the schedule. And then suddenly Samay would crack a joke. And then I would talk about it. And he would be like, stick to the show flow. Next is the owners are coming. And I was like, okay. But we were so used to this OBS and talking and, like enjoying that at first this came as a big surprise that you have to stick to a kind of script, and not a script written, but basically iske baad ye, iske baad, iske baad ye. It's like a flow. And the first couple of days, of course, we were a little bit, in this situation ki hum to we just talk and we just have fun, and if someone comes on the OBS and the video is spoiled, we just fix it there.
No, but I also want to ask at the same time that how did you guys as viewers, felt the shift from the OBS thing which these guys would do, and then it was so professional? Like, what are your opinions about that? How did you find that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
So
You can also.
while they are answering,
Yeah.
I would say that it was a big surprise to us, and then we slowly got used to it. And if you see, even Samay started interacting with chat much more towards the end. I started interacting. Basically, we got a hang of it, and perhaps it's a situation of best of both the worlds. Then, like, you are doing it professionally, there is no leakages, like there are no cameras which get blank screen or any of that, and you are also having fun and enjoying. So that's what was very cool. I think the entire thing of doing it in the studio was very nice. Also, if we decided to start doing this very seriously in towards the end of yeah
We are getting the comments like some people loved it, some people are saying OBS is better. Shashank says writing a long mail with everything I felt worked and didn't work will send by tomorrow, hopefully. Yes, Shashank, definitely. Like casual commentary more. I like
many
OBS.
people loved that, but I think
I
guys
like
we
this one much more. I think we have mixed this thing. Matlab, we can definitely have a poll maybe later. Maybe you, Samay, you can also do one
Yeah.
stream together talking about it, and it will be good to.
No, we'll learn more,
Yeah,
guys,
High
and it's like
Entertainers also says it was very professional and how chess should be seen so that people appreciate the game and it gets recognized. Yeah, over a period of like it's also sometimes we are used to something, but then when we shift to something else, that the
yeah.
scope of that becoming better is
Yeah.
way more.
So if
That
we
is
can
also there.
if we can include the things which you are saying, like there should be fun, freedom, you should have more commentators coming in. I know a lot of you wanted more people to commentate, but there was also this restriction of the screen space as to where to put it in. And the director at Nordwin and everyone is very professional. Like even a small change took some time, because it had to be tested, it had to be done very carefully. So all these things we learned here, and I think maybe by the next time it would get better.
Yeah. The good thing I like, about Sagar and Samay is the thing that you don't go for perfection on the first thing. What happens with that, things just don't happen. You first do it and then you improve it. It's the practical experience is much easier to improve. And in general also, I think you guys have that attitude which is very important in day to day things, which if I see that sometimes I had to do streams, perfect nahi hai to stream hi nahi hota tha, but karo na, just do things, you do more mistakes, and then I think that's something I really
Yeah.
like it.
And so we will try to take all your feedback. If you can put it down somewhere, you can write to us on chessbaseindia@gmail. I also made a request today for someone who is having 3 skills, which is good at chess, good at English, and good at transcription. I think could write to us, because this is something that I really would love for someone to use, basically convert all the content that I create on YouTube into articles, because I know that sometimes people don't have enough time to watch all the videos, but they can read through stuff. So that's a small kind of a thing which we are looking for. Yes, we are planning to have auctions for the next season for sure, and we are also planning to have some tournaments which are organized online. We'll see how this goes. It's all very new. It's also like very interesting for us.
Yeah,
And
very
I think
much.
also the Clips channel is a very interesting surprise that happened in this event. So what used to happen is that while I would go to the Nodwin studio, which is like around 3 to 4 kilometers away from here, Amruta would sit here where I am right now, where we are, and she would keep the stream on, and at their home, Prakhar and Abhyudaya, who are ChessBase India editors, they would also listen to the commentary.
Yeah, we all.
And
So it had to be something which, like, there are things which I would like, there might be things which somebody else would like, but it was like, oh, all of us have to like it, it is important. So that is how we were able to
they were
shortlist
kind
stuff
of
and.
putting in, like, every stream there are around 100 moments that they would shortlist, and then they would mark which are the good ones, which are not the good ones. So actually the stream, the clips which you got to see, like there were around 10 to 12 every day, came after a lot of thought and shortlisting. And of
Yeah,
course
they stayed up all night. We had a communication कौन सा क्या करना है. Also, the chess was important. There were really good games. I mean, okay, clips is one factor, but guys, you should really check out the games, the game videos on ChessBase India, where you can see Gukesh or Zansaya or Saumya, or those games. You can learn so much from those games, which have been picked up with important moments and those expressions. I would say definitely don't miss those.
yeah. And also, like, so every day that would be put up from the morning till the evening. And then again in the studio, we were on the basement, and on the first floor there used to be a producer, there used to be people who would update the scores, arbiter who would update the chess results, and everything would be closely connected. And a huge shout out goes to also, oh,
Oh,
by
one
the way,
second.
guys,
We have
yeah, I just stopped because you know why. Because we have the boss entering our broadcast right now. And let me see if,
until is he there?
yeah.
Or maybe we have only one earphone, so you will.
Hello, Nihal.
Hi.
Hi, 1 second. Let me just put it properly on the screen.
एक ही है ना earphone?
हाँ.
I don't think I'll be able to hear you. I'll just congratulate. Hi Nihal, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, 1 second. I'll give to Sagar.
Yeah, Nihal, well done on the victory. How was the match?
Raunak played extremely well, I would say. Just if it was like he could have totally won the match also. Just I fortunately got the momentum in bullet.
Yeah, I
Once you start
saw.
to lose, yeah,
I
like once you start to lose a bit, like a few games in a row in bullet, then it's very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that when the bullet began, after the first game, the scores were equal.
Yes. Yes.
So it was very difficult, I think, at some point.
Yeah.
And also, he played very well. In fact, some of the games were so crazy. I remember this one game where knight takes e6 happened, and then you played rook f7, rook f6, then you took on f5. He took on f5, and remember that game, bishop d4, rook takes
Uh,
f5.
Bishop d4.
Yeah, bishop takes pawn on d4, then rook takes f5. Then the threat was if you take the queen on e5, if Raunak takes bishop takes e5, then rook takes f1 and bishop takes g4, queen was hanging.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, there
That's
were
what I
so
lost with the
many.
empire.
Yeah, so
I
that
pinned it
game
everything.
was
Yes, yes.
such so many exciting games. In fact, one more game was like he won your queen with a knight fork, you won his queen with a knight fork, back to back moves. Very
Yeah.
exciting chess.
Like the thing is, I got very excited there, and immediately I pre-moved 94, 96. But that, then only I saw he also has a fork.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that
So
was.
that I think very nice games. Also, what is it that makes like bullet chess so difficult? You know, the thing is, Raunak is also a very good bullet player, and to lose like 6, 7 games in a row is not very common, right? So does it happen like when you lose one game, then you start losing many? How does that happen?
Yes, I think it happens like uh, the match clock is an additional factor for sure. Because like once you start getting behind on the score, even if there is time, I think you will assume that there is not much time and just try too hard, and then things can easily go wrong. Like uh, in 20, I think it was 2019 Speeches Championship. I had a very similar situation in Sevilla in the first round. So it was like I think it was pretty much even score going into bullet, or maybe he's up 1 point or something.
Hmm.
And then I lost one game, and then I just started to like try too hard to win, and then I basically lost every game.
Ah, true.
So yeah, this happens.
It's like the match score, the clock, that all of that pressure adds up. And how does it feel to win this tournament? Do you think it was a great event? Did you enjoy playing the Junior Speed Chess Championship?
Yes, for sure. I'm very happy that I managed to pull through. Like today was not a good day of chess for me for sure. And also Ronak was playing extremely well, so I'm just very happy that I managed to.
People were saying in the chat that you looked a bit tired today.
Uh,
Not really, or is it?
Not really. Okay, not much. It's fine.
Okay. And now you play the Speed Chess Championship, where I think in round one you will play Hikaru Nakamura. Are you excited for it?
Are you sure?
I don't know. That's what chat had mentioned, but uh, because he's the top seed and you would be the last seed, right? Or not really? Or maybe you would get an entry, but you won't be the last seed because your rating is higher. I don't know how that would be.
Yeah. I don't know. Like last year, I played in MVL.
Hmm. I remember
So,
that match. It was
yeah,
very like you were playing e4, e5, and those very tight games. Some
yeah.
of them. So, but you are excited for another fight with the top guys.
Yes, sure. This time I hope I can do better.
Hmm. Hmm. And where
I
are
had to
you
play
right
much
now,
better than today.
Nihal?
I'm in Spain.
You played the Spanish league.
Yes,
How was it?
it was good. The tournament went quite well after a long time.
You scored
Yeah.
4.5 out of 7.
I think I scored +2. So yeah,
Hmm. And you gained elo.
yeah, like 4 points.
Okay, very nice. And now, if the Grand Swiss happens, that will be your next event.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I hope that happens. Otherwise, you may come back home, maybe, right?
Yeah.
But
Yes.
we are all looking forward
I
to. Yeah,
don't know if there is any other tournament, but probably.
yeah. Did you by any chance get a glimpse of Chess Super League? Did you check
Yeah,
it?
for sure. It was fantastic. It was a lot of fun to follow. I was following every day.
Ah, really?
Yeah, it
Did you
was
like the
really good.
studio where we were
The
commented
studio was good, and also Samay has improved such a lot. You see,
in comedy or in chess?
Both, I guess. But
Nice.
chess has become much better for sure.
Yeah, he makes better arrows and he comes up
Yeah.
with better moves. Yeah, very nice. Cool. Nihal, it was very nice having you. Enjoy and also all the best for your future tournaments. I hope Grand Swiss happens and you are able to play there.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming. Bye.
Bye.
Guys, that was Nihal Sarin. And see, what happened just now does not happen in the studio. In the studio, the director does something like this and then immediately changes the frame and then puts us like this. Then we're like, oh, that nice professional and all of that. But you guys are like, oh, ye to humko chalta hai, all that stuff. So, but I think it's a good thing that we have everything coming up. Uh, and let's end today. It was very nice that Nihal came here after such a tough match for 3 hours, uh, and it was great fun having you here, guys. All of you who are in Gurgaon, let's see if we can meet tomorrow in the morning or tomorrow maybe at the airport. If in case you guys are free, we'll see. We have a flight at around 2 p.m. so we would go to the airport around 12:30 or so. But take care. And oh, the super chat was missed. Yeah, let me see. Ajaya VB, the setup, OBS handling, and the support by backend team was very similar to Champions Chess Tour and Chess 24 being very professional. Yeah, thank you. That's what a lot of people work behind the scenes. I would give a shout out to so many people, but few of them were Abhishek from OML who worked really hard. You know, he kept that thing going till in between we were like, "Arey, ye hoga ki nahi? The league would happen or not?" And he kept it going. Abhishek Oswal, who is also Samai's kind of manager's manager. Then there was Kali, who works in OML and tremendously efficient. There's so like he was, talking with so many players, making so many things. Then there was Ajay, who is like the I think managing director of OML, who put in so much effort. Akshat Rathi and Gautam from Nodwin, who put like tremendous. They just Nodwin just said like, okay, we love chess basically, and that was very nice. They supported wholeheartedly there. So such an event actually happens with a lot of people coming together and a lot of things coming together. And the last but not the least, all the sponsors who came on board and supported us was very nice. And also you guys in the chat, thank you all for following. Without you, none of this is possible. So really, really grateful to all of you. So until then, I'll see you all later and take care. I'll put up more stuff later on ChessBase India and ChessBase India clips. Take care, guys. Bye.